are the two main ones that hit the elm trees, the hybrid elms.
Elf leaf beetle.
Elm leaf beetle.
Elm leaf beetle,
Yeah.
and the flea.
Elm flea weevil. Yeah.
Okay. Easy for you to say.
Sundays, 9 to 11 a.m., 1590 and 95.9. Chicago's Smart Talk.
Here's what critics are saying about Playtime with Bill Turk and Carrie Kendall.
I don't even know what this is.
I have my review right here, and I think you will find it to be fair and even-handed.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell. You're not even interesting enough to make me sick.
Fine, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Oh, the humanity. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Sundays from 1 to 3 right here on WCGO, 1590 AM and 95.9 FM.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems. Home improvement problems, that is. Send an email now to robbie@mightyhouse.net or call into the show at 877-711-5611. From foundation leaks to roof repairs, the Mighty House team is on the job. You're listening to Mighty House.
Alrighty, good morning, Chicago. I'm Ron Calgill. The Mighty House team is on the air. Do you work on your $500 computer? How about your $5,000 or maybe $20,000 car? If you don't, is it because you don't know what you're doing? And if you don't repair your own computer or car, why do you think it's okay to work on the most expensive investment in your life? Are you really going to work on your home all by yourself? Why not give us a call, find out if it's something you should try. We can also help you put a game plan together so that you can tackle that home project correctly. With a little help from us, you can make sure your most expensive investment does not turn into your most expensive mistake. We've got open phones right now, so get your questions in. In the first hour, we'll be taking your calls, and we'll have the Mighty House Tip of the Week with Rich Calgill. And the second hour, we'll be taking your phone calls and have talk with Mr. Floor, Mister's Floor anyway, and find out what's going on there, how we should treat our floors going into this holiday winter season here. Third hour.
Stay off of them.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, in the end of the second hour, what everybody wants to listen to is Robbie and Clutter Clarity. And the third hour, we'll be taking your phone calls, answering your emails the entire 3 hours. You can give us a call at 877-711-5611. That number again, 877-711-5611. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now, brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Mag Erad. That's MAG-ERAD. And wherever you're watching, you can click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air the next time. And we're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday at mightyhouse.net, tunein.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. Podcasts of previous shows available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovement.usa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Video clips of the show are available at mightyhouse.net and on our Mighty House YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is @MightyHouse. And if you've got all that written down now, you can also write this down. You can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. Rock on, sister.
Woo-hoo. Good morning, Robbie.
Good morning. And for those people who miss Small Business Saturday, you're too late. I'm not talking to you. I gave everybody a chance.
Yeah. Yep. Free shout-outs.
Nope.
Wisconsin again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I need for Christmas.
What, a sweatshirt?
Yoga pants.
Uh-huh.
And hoodies with pockets.
Oh, okay.
That's what I need.
That's
the
all you
zip-up
need?
ones aren't as good because the pockets are kind of angly. That's
Right.
all I need.
Okay.
So anybody who would
Pretend
like
you got to pull them over your head and mess up your hair.
Robbie?
My hair?
Come on.
Really?
Ron's?
Yeah, mess up my hair. There you go.
I was out last night. We went to a thing, and I rarely put on makeup. I put on makeup, slept in it. So my big touch this morning was to, like, clean a little under the eyes. There you go. Done. I almost wore the same clothes, but I said,
No?
Please.
Might be a bit of a stretch.
Throw a sweatshirt on. We'll be good.
I mean, I am freaking high maintenance.
Yes, you are.
High maintenance. But I will tell you this.
What will you tell us?
If I give you a gift and you don't thank me, you're out.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well then all the ones, thank you, Robbie, for all the gifts you brought.
No, I'm just saying, we sent home, from Thanksgiving, we sent home a gift to somebody. And it's been a week. Haven't heard anything. And somebody else, we brought a gift, and they were supposed to drive it back to their house. And they're like, oh, there's no room in the car. So they left it where we brought it. And I'm like, there was room in the car. So I'm like, I've grown up. That's it. So actually, we gave it away to somebody else.
Do you just give bad gifts that they're disappointed? Or is it just really... I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm just like...
Why wouldn't they want
like
gifts?
if somebody gave me a Peloton, I'd probably be offended.
If someone gave you... Well...
What's a Peloton?
Really? Is that in a cave? It's actually the bike. Everybody's talking about it this week because... the commercial with the 116-pound girl. She gets one from her boyfriend or husband, and then a year later, she's like, "Oh, it changed my life." She's down to like 112.
Oh.
So yeah, they've been blowing us all out of proportion. You know what I mean? It's like
I haven't seen this commercial.
It's been all over.
It's like a bicycle
ride.
It's the bike
social
riding
media.
thing.
They're
Right.
saying it's all wrong, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, they're getting all the miles out of it. See, I'm talking about it too now. So.
Right.
Miles.
Anyway, I'm done with it.
There's a
the other,
Peloton
you know what? The
store
funniest thing I saw this week. This would be a nice little thing, but I'm driving to my office, and there's this van in front of me, and it's from Safety First. He has no brake lights. And I couldn't catch up to the guy to let him know. So I was like,
because he was over the speed limit. Too.
Safety First.
Right.
No brake lights.
Excellent. There
Wasn't
you
it?
go. That's beautiful.
funny.
That's beautiful.
So then all our listeners, we promoted the ISEA Tesla raffle, which the drawing was Wednesday night. And apparently Ron and I will not be traveling around in a new Tesla.
Nope. I did not.
I was close. I was 425 tickets away.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't.
Which that's like in hand grenades, that's pretty darn close.
Yeah. And for me, I just wait for the phone call because they call you after they have the drawing. And I did not find anything.
Yeah.
So
well, they did send out the email saying thanks for your participation, loser.
Yeah. You might want to pull that off there, Andrew, until we're ready to go. Are we going to talk about that right now? Andrew, are we talking about that right now?
You told me to put in the scroll and then put a banner up.
So so that's not what's on the right side is not what people are seeing right now.
No, that is what people are seeing right now.
Okay, so then
I apologize, but you suggested that I put it in the scroll and then put a banner, and I did that. I did not verify the timing, and I'm sorry for that.
That's okay. It's all right.
But this is not on the radio. This is
No, I know. That's only on the Facebooks and the Twitters and
YouTube,
right.
and our
in the
entire
YouTubes.
digital audience.
You're right. The digital audience now knows what we're going to be talking about next.
Yes.
Teasing it right now.
And
we're
good
teasing it.
morning, Lance. And I'm getting to whoever
That's good.
else is there.
That's good. So how many? What we got? 2 minutes?
2 minutes and.
I do like Andrew's abilities here. That he's got it all. It was offset. Or he moved that. I mean, it's just like he's tweaking on the fly, and it's good.
No. The kid rocks. Okay.
Thank you.
We gotta
Kid Rock.
Yeah. Well, somehow we gotta keep him somewhat employed with us while he goes to college.
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
I would love
while he runs up his debt.
Right.
Scholarships.
That's what he's writing. That's why he's been
scholarship. You're way too small to be a linebacker.
No.
Not athletic scholarship.
No.
Intellectual.
Broadcast.
Academic. I mean.
So yeah, if you're trying to go to college, you can write essays. And send out essays and stuff, and then you can get scholarships money from all over the place.
Yeah, I've gotten some good money already. So
yeah, see, and it takes time and effort to sit and write all that stuff, but you can do that and get a lot of scholarships to help pay for.
I honestly could say that the guidance counselor I had at my high school sucked. Because I didn't get any. I didn't get guidance there, and then when I got to university. I really ran into the same problem. I never really knew how to play the game. I didn't get the rule book, and I did what I was taught. I took my classes, went to my classes. If I was struggling in a class, I took my medicine, right? I got the bad grade or whatever.
Right.
and you move along. Well, then, a couple of years in, you're like, well, your GPA is a little low. We're going to put you on academic probation. And I'm like, and then guys are telling me, why don't you drop the class? Like, you could drop them? Oh, yeah, you drop it, and then it don't go on your GPA. I'm like, well, where's that in the rule book?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No guidance. So it's, going to college isn't just like going to school and taking classes. There's some things you got to learn.
Yeah. You know what my guidance counselor said? You're not college material.
Well, apparently you're good enough for Air Force.
Well, yeah, I was, but...
And you can't fly jets, so we're going to make you an MP.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's just, that's what they said. You need to find a trade to get into, which is why I was in building trades, vocational. So that's the way it goes. Yes, Robbie.
Okay, for some reason, Andrew.
Yes.
Mighty House Home Improvement Show comes up on my
feed.
You're on what?
It says published by Richard Cowgill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the old one. If you have admin on our Facebook page, delete that post.
Yep.
Can I ask
I posted last week's show this morning by accident.
Yeah.
Because we weren't live yet, so I didn't realize it was
wrong.
This show is from 4 months ago. That's running now.
Okay.
Well, that's even worse.
Does it say live on it or no? If it has a red live button. Well, we're going to go to break here and just...
Right, and Ron can delete it, or I can try to delete it. I messed up this morning.
All right.
It's okay.
We're going to fix the Facebook feed, and then we've got a little special announcement that's posted on the Facebook. And
at least for the people listening.
Yes, for the people listening, we've got a little
special
announcement.
People reading already know.
That's right. We'll be back right after this.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
What? You got a strange setup there. Go up. No.
Go up.
Back. Get back. Go up to the very top of this page.
That's my page.
Oh. So click over there on that arrow.
Just go here, hit videos.
Oh, yeah, video. There you go. Live video. Oh, whoops, sorry, Rick.
That's okay.
Right.
But he shared.
Yeah, but
that's the current one right now.
Sorry, Robbie, I messed up.
No, that's okay. I saw the current one that Ron shared, and I only have one person watching. The one that Rich shared, I have 8 people watching.
Well, yeah.
So it's not the same.
I'll check.
It's not the same watch party.
Live. Yeah.
Right.
I set up a watch party, and so did Rich. But that's just on my page.
Because I thought you said all the comments were all going to go to one place. They don't.
No.
No. So now I see.
Next month they will.
Now I see on this page, we have Inika says good morning.
Yeah, we already said hi to Ma.
We have Ed and David, and on the one that you shared, your mom's not watching on the one you shared.
No, I know.
Okay. And then today is the first day I got the watch party. Now she
quick
has.
Thing, Ron. I think the Facebook feed is unmuted on your computer, so we're getting the Facebook
Liberty
feed.
Mutual
Just so you know, it'll be
Insurance
double
Company
if you
presents.
try to play something. So.
Oh,
if you can
I've
mute
got.
it.
Hang on.
Yeah, something's playing on there. That's our show.
Oh, really?
20 seconds.
Wait, okay.
Because they haven't heard that Liberty Mutual
Let me see
customizes
if
your
my
car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
stupid camera took over.
Have paint will splatter. Thanks, Paul. Now I get it. Sort of, kind of. I didn't read the email this week. I'm sorry. I'll go read
Only
it.
pay for what you need at Liberty.
You gotta build fast. Cement drying. All right, let's see. English side ruined. Must use French instructions. Le grill. What the hell is that?
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice from the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
All right, we're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday. MightyHouse.net, TuneIn.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. You can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline also. It's 877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. All right. If somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, how can they do that?
You want to go over to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page, put in your first and last name, your email address, and then scroll on down and click on Boom Done. And you probably want to subscribe to the newsletter because we'll continue that weekly.
Yes,
and
we
that'll
will.
give you an idea what's going on in the coming days and months.
Yes, Robbie.
Okay, Paul Clark said, "Good morning. It's a good day to paint popcorn."
Yes.
And I said,
Yes,
"Please explain." And then he said, "Email advice this week," but I looked at the email and it doesn't say anything about splattering paint. What am I missing?
Go ahead.
An
Rich.
email chain that he reached out to Ron about, and he's got popcorn ceilings that he used to repaint and stuff.
Wanting to paint.
Oh,
You're just thinking
Well, I
of
don't know
painting
why my
popcorn,
camera's-
stringing it, putting it on your tree?
I don't know. Paul. Okay, I thought it was something on the email of the week.
No. It will. That'll probably be the email of the week next week.
Popcorn ceiling.
Mm-hmm. We got a couple good emails this week.
Okay.
And we got called out for reusing the same email for 2 weeks in a row.
Who did that, Rich?
We both did.
Oh, that was that one. That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you don't write them, you can't get them.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah. If you guys don't call us, I'll talk about anything I want.
That's right.
I'll talk about fashion, hair, nails, lady problems.
No, we won't.
No.
I'm just saying.
I can turn that mic.
877-877-711.
Hey, you might as well talk about Thursday's Bears game. I mean, at least they showed up. It was nice.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Lady problems show up.
Oh, no, not here.
877-711-5611. I think it's about time.
No, it's not.
You know, it's kind of
What?
getting to
No.
the end of the year. I think after talking about manly man stuff for,
We don't
15
talk about
No.
manly man stuff like that.
No, we don't.
Ew, I didn't.
Ew.
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 I'm just saying it's time we talk about lady stuff.
No, it's not.
Fine.
We did talk about lady stuff. We talked about the women's build.
Yeah.
We've done lady stuff.
The end.
Oh, good. Thank you. So, you ready, Rich?
Klein tool bags as purses.
Yeah. Are you,
Oh, wow. So in 15 years, we've talked twice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are we ready to do this?
It can't be time for the tip of the week.
No. It's
No, go ahead. You could let the cat out of
It's
the
too
bag. See if
early.
the phones light up.
Well,
They're
no.
not going to light up because
No,
it's too early.
It's too early. Yeah. It's
Okay,
okay.
good
We're gonna start it anyway. Andrew let the cat out of the bag. So if you're watching on the Facebook, YouTube, on the Twitter machine, any of those things, the cat is out of the bag there. After a long discussion, we've been sitting down and had over the past couple months quite a few different discussions about where we're going with the show, and I think as of the 21st of December 2019, that will be our last live show.
What?
Our last live show, 3-hour live show. That
I'm
we're going
always the last to know.
I know.
It's
So
'cause you always skip the post-production meetings.
right. See, and I guess I want to make sure that everybody understands it's not because we don't like working together. We all have fun doing this. At least that's what people tell me. That we have fun working together. It's just that radio is like on a downward trend. Advertising is going away rapidly. It costs a lot of money to put the show on, and we've invested a lot this year to keep it going. And is it worth it to invest even more next year just to keep it going because we like to talk to each other? Because the reality is we just like hanging out with each other and talking. So do we have to do that every Saturday morning for 3 hours, or can we set something up a little different and still have fun talking to each other, but not
Having to pay to talk to each other.
Right.
We pay a lot to talk to each other.
Yes. And
well, and I think most of the listeners would understand. I mean, the ones that's driving in their cars and are not hearing us because they have Pandora playing or TuneIn.
Yes.
And that's our point. You know, with the Bluetooth technology, people just aren't scanning the dial anymore, aren't listening. And, you know, and to our listeners who've been with us every week, loyal, listening, you know, to them it's probably a shock and it probably hurts them a little more. But like you say, the good news is we're not leaving. We're changing formats.
Right.
So we're currently putting together studios, Ron in his shop, mine in I guess I'll be in the same stupid bedroom until I get the house built.
Yeah.
Then I'll have a nice studio office.
Right.
But we're gonna go to YouTube and to and stuff like that where
Facebook
it'll be more on demand.
Yep.
It'll be a little shorter, so this way you'll still get us. You'll still be able to reach us through email, but you can follow the show still. And I think it'll actually be better because then we can be more precise to a topic.
Yep.
And try and wrap it up. And anybody that's actually listened or gone to our YouTube channel will see that Ron and I tried that. It's somewhat test. Some of the videos are sketchy, but we actually tried to do a whole bunch of maybe 5-minute segments about particular things. And about 20 minutes into each one, we're like, yeah, this is going a little long. So we realized that the 5 to 10 minutes to do a true discussion about a product or an installation method, 5 minutes is too short.
Yep. Yep.
So we'd like to start doing some 1-hour shows and start recording them on our time, and then being able to just let you listen to them when you're available.
Right.
And I think overall it'll work better for everyone.
Yeah, so we're just going to pick, I think right now we're looking at a Wednesday evening that we're going to sit down and record the podcast, and it'll be live on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook.
We have to
and
do
all
it
that.
before all the Chicago shows start on NBC because nobody's going to watch us then.
Yeah.
Although Chicago Med's not my favorite. Chicago Fire and PD I like more. So we could go,
Right. So we're going to do something like that, and then we'll just see how that goes. But yeah.
So what will our relationship be here on Saturday mornings?
What do you mean?
Non-existent.
Yeah. We will be off the air.
You won't have to get up and come to the studio.
Right. We will no longer. What are you looking at me like that for? We will cease to exist on WCGO in a 3-hour segment
NCPT
like we are now.
and
all the other stations that we're on.
And will we be in any 1-hour segments?
The podcast will rerun. Possibly, we're still we're talking to the station about that. They may run our 1-hour podcast then.
In the similar time slot?
Yes, in the similar time slot.
Okay, that was my question because somebody said Saturdays will not be the same without us. But if we are here,
well, in a different, it won't be live, and again,
you can still call in. We just won't be able to talk to you.
Right? Yeah, Andrew will be sitting back there running the file, so he can talk to you if you want, or you could, the other part of this is we're going to see how this evolves when we're taping the podcast. That maybe you'll be able to just call into the podcast. What happens now is most people communicate with us through Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, they do.
So that's where, and Twitter. So we're getting our questions in that way. So people aren't calling like they used to. And so
the show will still be listener driven.
Yep.
So basically an example would be the email about the popcorn ceilings.
Yes.
So now instead of trying to write a long email or send a link to something, we can do a 1-hour podcast talking about removing the popcorn if you want, or sanding the popcorn to apply a new finish, or cleaning it so that the paint will stick. And you've got all these topics we can cover, and that right there in itself could be a 1-hour show.
Yes.
I would try not to stretch painting popcorn ceilings to an hour, but at least we could cover the whole thing better, and that listener would be good. But then the title on that, anybody goes to our YouTube channel that has popcorn ceilings, and maybe they search that, boom, that video pops up. So it's more of an on-demand world now. I mean, you see that, right? Fire Stick, Amazon, all this stuff, everything's on demand.
Yep.
Alexa, give me a Mighty House.
Right. Done. Yeah. And the thing here too is, since we'll be at the shop, I can just run in back, grab something, come back. We did that a couple times where we were talking about something.
Light bulbs.
We were talking LED light bulbs, and I ran back into the shop. I grabbed one, and I came back, and then all of a sudden we did a segment on all the different types of bulbs that we were doing. So, that kind of stuff, we'll have access to and still be able to do. Just that we've decided that we've got other things to do. This ties up our weekends. And we were just talking before the show. We're going to be one show short of doing 700 of these.
No.
Yes.
Yep.
We're going to be one
$6.99 will be the last one.
Really?
Yep. We're going to be. We've done this 700 times.
Well, technically you have.
Yeah.
I probably came in at, I don't even know, 200.
200 or 300. Yeah. Robbie
You know
came
what I mean?
in right
And Robbie
in,
was just ahead of me. So, but you've truly done the 700 and carried the burden of it also.
Yeah. So it's I've got other things I want to go do. I enjoy coming in and talking to to Rich and Robbie and everybody that calls in, and I enjoy doing that, but it's time to go do something else. I want to go do something else on my weekends. I've got Robbie's husband, Don, who sends me stuff all week long. Hey, check out this ride. Let's go ride. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. It's always on a Saturday.
Always.
Yeah.
And I can't
Well,
go.
that's me. I haven't gone to a car show since I moved here because they're all Saturdays.
Yeah, and then I got another buddy, Ian, that rides, and he basically, Don and Ian, what they do is send me stuff. Hey, here's what you can't do. Check it out.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's I want to go do some other stuff. So.
Although I will admit this morning's probably a good one to miss because everybody likes the YMCA. Well, at least the song, but the facility's not bad either.
Right.
But they have on Marco today. They have the Tour de Taverns, the 10th annual. Tour de Taverns. So bicycles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 300 people registered. They kicked off at 7 a.m. this morning.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's dedication.
Yes.
That's a drinking island with a fishing problem.
That is amazing. Wow, cool.
I like
That's
that,
a
a
big
drinking
fundraiser.
island with a fishing problem.
Almost every island in South Florida has that for right below there. It's the bottom of their flag.
Right. Isn't Sanibel has that same problem, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
More highfalutin, though.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah. Sanibel Captive is really nice.
Okay. Excellent. So that's the big news. December 21st will be our last show live right here on WCPT and WCGO and all the other stations that we go out on. I think there's 7 or 8 that carry the show. So we'll take a break and come back with more right after this. I think the Will Report's ready. We'll be back right after this.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
This is John Daniel, the sheep.
I will post that video momentarily to Facebook, YouTube.
What's that?
The video of the end of show announcement.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, actually, that segment went pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I will post it separately to iTunes as well to get
Okay.
it up there, and then SoundCloud too.
All right.
So
excellent.
There you go.
So we will be an hour on Saturdays?
Probably, yeah. We'll see.
No, the difference is that
you got to talk to Chuck and make sure that he wants to do it,
And I'm not sure doing a live YouTube show will translate to radio because we can be more visual. So
Yes.
if we're holding up something and you're trying to describe it, you have to,
Right. Yeah, we're going to be doing more. It's going to be more video oriented than radio oriented.
Plus, the other thing is, we can put on makeup and start looking 30-something so that, we can get the younger crowd. Because right now we just look like their parents or grandparents.
Right. Well, it's
and nobody wants to listen to us.
It's a seasoned look,
Yes.
But that shows experience,
Yeah. Seasoned look, salt and pepper.
Right.
You can buy online and pick up in store or get it delivered from your local Ace. This Saturday, don't miss a chance to meet Santa
What is
at
that?
our neighborhood Christmas party from 11 to 2.
Yeah.
Great deals and more when you wrap it in red at Ace at participating stores.
Keiko just sent in a note. No!
Full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter is just $23.98. That's a great deal.
Kathleen.
Which is another reason why this is the most wonderful time of the year. That's Napa full synthetic oil and a platinum filter for $23.98. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. While supplies last. Offer ends 12/15/19.
See, I work construction. I build things. I don't know if y'all realize the pressure a man like me's got on him.
This is Mighty House.
You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Mag Erad. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. Podcasts of all our shows are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. You can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. And over on the Twitter machine, Keiko said, no! But sorry, dude. Yes, it is true. You'll be able to pick up a podcast now and again then, too, if you want. So just got to go to mightyhouse.net.
I mean, you still do in your car, in your house. I mean, as I said, we're going to be actually more accessible to the listeners. It's
on your time. And not be committing 3 hours of every Saturday of our time to do it. So that's
so we could do potentially 0 to 100 podcasts a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you've sensed it, Robbie. I mean, you can tell radio's hurting. I mean, our phone calls have dropped off, and the phone calls are what drive the show.
Yep.
You know, so it's Small Business Saturday. How many calls did you get?
None.
Yeah.
None. So that's how many small business owners are actually listening that actually want to help promote their own business. So
that was really
it's time.
Yep. And
sad that we couldn't get one small business to call us in 3 hours.
Yeah. So that's it. Nobody listens live anymore. And I think they're listening on their own time. So why are we committing ourselves to 3 hours? Every Saturday
that's like you said. We feel bad for the ones that do tune in every Saturday, and we get that.
Yeah. So, but there's, I think with how busy everybody is, the three of us, and so it's just like it is a big effort to put this together, and so that's part of the problem. So, you ready to go to the phones?
I might learn to fish.
We have the Will report.
Yeah, you ready? Hey, Will. Are you there?
Good morning.
Hey.
Sorry to hear you guys going. I've got to suck up to another radio host.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Will. We're gonna have a studio set up, and you want to come in and do a show because we're not gonna do 52 shows a year. So if you want to come in and do one, you can bring your Nazi
your
buddies
home inspection checklist and explain what you look for and why.
You could come in and do one. I mean, and that's kind of some of the stuff we want to do. And same with like Mr. Floor. They've been great sponsors over the years. They've and they're going to continue to sponsor us into this new thing that we're getting ready to do. And they could come in and do one too. So that's the other part of what we're doing now is we don't have to do it every week. We can do it when we want to. And that's the other nice thing about this thing. So,
time is time. I've got synagogue on Saturday, so it's not going to work out.
No. You wouldn't be doing it live anyway. You'd be coming in on.
No, you have
Wednesday.
to go in and do it on a Wednesday or Thursday or a Tuesday, and then it just runs whenever people want it. And if somebody wants the audio, then they can run that on Saturday.
Yeah, like if cool. you wanted to come in and, like I said, bring a couple people, you could do it. No big deal.
That'd be cool. Anyway, my tip for the week.
No, you can't call it tip of the week because that's my segment. Yours is a phone call every week.
I'm sorry. The Will report.
The Will report.
Jeez, talk about sucking up. You just take over the whole damn show now.
Mustn't violate copyrights here.
That's right.
I was
just upset
finding out this week how dependent I am on my cell phone. I have on here like about 15 applications that I use. The Wallabout, the Ferret, which is a little camera that I can.
Does that Wallabout actually work?
On my phone.
Hey.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not great.
Yeah, but it does see like studs and pipes behind walls.
And you can tell whether it's a pipe or a stud or a steel stud or whatever.
Oh, I've seen that on Facebook and stuff. I keep getting that. I'm like, no way can that work.
Yeah, it works out pretty well. It's not great, but it's okay. Then I've got my dew point calculator. I've got my internet connection to Building Science Incorporated, and there's another website where you can look up model and serial numbers and find the age and recall notices and stuff on things. So I've got a bunch of stuff on my phone. So I was doing an inspection on Thursday. And nice little flip ranch house. They had a permit. It was pretty nice. Couple little things. going into the basement, checking the sump pump. There was a pump, and there was one of those little 12-volt backups. And when I operated it, the 12-volt backup pipe connected to the main broke off right at the Y, and water sprayed all over the place. Thank God.
Yeah.
Including on me.
Yeah.
But thank God it was in a little closet in the corner on a slab, and the sump was right there, so it was no damage to the drywall or carpet or
He
anything
walks
like
out,
that in
dries
the
himself
basement.
up, and writes up bad pipe.
Right. And I had to tell, the agent, call the listing agent, call the seller, he's got to fix this. I'm unplugging it so it doesn't run while we're not here, and further cause problems. So everything's good. I get into my car, and my phone's going crazy. I turn it on. It's switching screens. It's going back and forth. Drove to a store. I won't mention the cell phone person, the model. Went to the one store. They said, yeah, your phone is screwed. You need a new one. I've got a Note 3, which is like 7 years old. So I figured it's about time to go to the Note 10. But they won't sell it to you outright. They'll only lease it to you.
Really?
And I don't like that because that's lease. Yeah. So back and forth. And they make all this money off of the leases, too. So they said, no, you got to go to a corporate store. So I went to a corporate store. Okay, you can buy it from us. The guy who worked with me was a young guy who, he was a nice guy, but he just didn't know what he was doing mostly. So he sold me the phone, but he couldn't transfer my data. So he sent me to another Sprint store, which had a tech department, and they transferred my data. But when I got there, I realized the guy didn't sell me a Note 10. He sold me an S10. So we called, and they said, okay, there's $50 difference. And I reached for my wallet. I don't have my wallet. I left it at the last store, so I had to drive back to that store. And so what started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon wound up going till 8 o'clock at night, and just tons of aggravation. None of my stuff is where it is. Half my photos got lost, specifically the ones of my kids.
All right.
Everything is different, and it's just, I spent most of yesterday doing nothing but cleaning up the phone, getting rid of these Candy Crush games and all this other garbage that's on there, and half of it they won't let you get rid of. They won't let you get rid of Amazon shopping.
Oh, no.
Because, Amazon has a deal with my carrier. So, anyway, it's interesting how dependent we're getting on cell phones. It's kind of spooky too, to a certain extent.
Right. So
but,
I have a tip for you, Will.
Well, I don't really consider it a mobile phone anymore. It's
No.
actually a portable computer that makes phone calls.
Right. So here's what you put in your toolbox, and I carry this in my truck. It is a bag of rice. Put a Ziploc bag of rice in your toolbox. Next time that happens, you drop the phone in there. It'll dry it out. You leave it in there for a few hours. It'll start working fine. I have saved several phones with my bag of rice because when you're on the job, somebody drops it in the puddle and they're like, "Oh no, it's messed up." You grab it real quick, drop it in the bag of rice, and give it back to them. And they bring me the rice back the next day. Phone's working fine. So.
Plus, you're always ready if you have an emergency wedding.
Yes, you're always here. And you always got lunch if you need to.
Now, the one thing that really bothers me, and after this was all done and I was leaving the store, I passed by the displays, and I happened to notice a phone that looked like one of those industrial strength Panasonic notebooks, It was really hefty.
Yeah.
I looked at it. It's a cell phone that's put out by Caterpillar.
Really?
And it's a smartphone. It doesn't have junk, a whole bunch of features, but it has enough features. It's totally shockproof, totally waterproof, et cetera, and it was half the price of the phone that I got.
Wow.
So next time,
It's the
next time you're at the
D6A.
store, look for the cell phone made by Cat.
Okay.
So kick myself in the butt.
There you go. Cool.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
All right, bud. Thank you.
Say well.
All right. Go ahead, Robbie.
And lady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He says it all the time. Will,
yeah.
I'm one of the guys, but I'm not a gentleman.
Is that what this is probably what you're waiting for, right, Rich?
Yeah. Yeah, that's well. He said cat phones.
Yeah! Uh-huh.
I'm a proud owner of a cat dozer.
Yeah, boy.
I for real doze in my steel toes.
Slope assist.
Got the blades so they stay on grade.
Slope indicator.
Right here in the dashboard like I asked for.
Enhance auto.
Shift. Automatically shifted. More fuel efficient.
What?
Listen.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock and the job is done. But I'm not going anywhere cause this is too much fun.
Okay.
I'm reminded every time I see a precision grade that this is probably the best decision I've ever made.
Yeah.
When I first laid eyes on it, I knew I found the one for me. I climbed inside and sat down in the lap of luxury. And it's been great in the week since then. Honk when you see me operating in my D6N. Look at me in my dozer.
Hey.
Wanna
Be in my dozer.
Dozer. So I Googled it.
Yeah.
It's a Caterpillar S60.
Yeah.
Single SIM black phone.
Right.
It's $350. It has a built-in FLIR thermal imaging.
Really?
Yeah. Smartphone. It's on the Android 6.0, which is the Marshmallow operating system, which is what I use.
Yeah.
Camera with LED flash, 4G enabled, 5-megapixel front-facing camera, 3,800 milliamp hour non-removable lithium-ion, which drives me nuts because my battery only stays charged for 4 hours now. Because you can't replace the battery, which is all I need.
Right.
But no, this thing's actually pretty nice. It's waterproof and drop-proof from 1.8 meters.
Wow.
Which is about 6 feet. So, yeah, for $350, and it's not bad looking, and it says cat on it.
Excellent. Well, that's
Yeah.
all you need to do right there.
Yeah.
Just stamp cat on it. Excellent. Cool. Well, we might have. How about if we do a review of that, Rich? You ready?
Okay.
We'll be back right after this.
Is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
The Small Business Advocacy Council understands how hard it is to run a small business. We also understand how many jobs can be created when a small business thrives.
And feel free to edit that as you see fit. But I basically summarized what you said.
Good.
Told them the steps, made it a little bit sentimental too for the people who are sad in the comments.
Yeah, the one or two.
No, the many who are going to be sad.
Hi.
Those are not connected. You're all right. You're safe.
Oh, that's funny. This has Corning Gorilla Glass.
Okay.
Which is better than Tesla's Armor Glass. We have Armor Glass. Watch this rock bounce right off the window.
Right through the window.
That was hilarious.
Excellent. Well, it's time for the tip of the week.
Wanna be in my dozer.
Carefree in my dozer. Yeah, my day
Wow,
is over.
this one they got an S61 with Blue Parrot communications package deal. So it has a Bluetooth headset with a range of, where did it just go? 300 feet.
Really?
So you can leave your phone over there on the charger in the kitchen and walk through the whole house on your headset doing all your stuff.
Oh, excellent.
So yeah, actually, that's a good one, Will. I'll have to take a look into that because I'm going to get a new phone and I don't really want to go with because like my Android, of course, I had to go get an OtterBox, which is whatever, but inside the OtterBox, there is a brand new looking phone that won't hold a charge.
Yeah, see, I use a life-proof case because I can hook it up on the motorcycle and ride in the rain.
Right. No, and I've talked to you a number of times while you're on the bike. It's pretty amazing the clarity.
Yeah.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Gentlemen.
IdentifyEPI.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
If you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice from the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday. MightyHouse.net, TuneIn.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is @Mighty House. And you can also give Trixie a call. We're going to have the Klein Tool of the Month, which is, I forgot to write that down. It is the large tool bag, the canvas tool bag. It has got a long name. It's a 16
long model number, right?
Yeah. So it's the brand new black tool bag that we've got. I'll get that looked up during the tip of the week, and we'll have that. So if you want, give Trixie a call and get signed up for that excellent holiday gift.
Because we won't do that at the end of the month. We'll have to do it on the 21st.
Yeah, it'll be on the 21st. We'll give that away. And that will be 877-711-5611. Give Trixie a call. Tell her you want to sign up for that. Your name just goes into the Mr. Floor tote bag. That's all we do with it. And then you're ready to go. If somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, and find out what the tool of the month is.
Oh, you'd go over to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page. Just put in your first and last name, your email address, and scroll on down, click on Boom, done.
Boom.
Done. Just like that. Right. And if rumbling and cracking sounds are made by the water heater, by your water heater, or there never seems to be enough hot water, stop by the water heater warehouse in Northbrook.
Slow down.
Yes, that's
Water
right.
Weevil.
Water Weedle Woodies. Water heater warehouse in Northbrook, and talk with Bob. He has a full line.
Good thing it's not in Wheaton.
That's true. Bob has a full line of A.O. Smith professional line water heaters with what, Rich? Pure.
Oh, with magnesium anode rods.
Not just any, pure magnesium anode rods. Other places cheap out and install aluminum anode rods that gel and sludge and make a mess in the bottom of your water tank. With Bob from Northbrook, everyone gets wholesale prices at the Water Heater Warehouse in Northbrook. It's right across the street from Glenbrook North High School. And you can give Bob a call at 847-564-4448. And that number again, 847-564-4448. And you may not need a new water heater, or you may just need to clean it. And if you just need to clean it out, you'd want to use the Mag-Erad. And the Mag-Erad, MAG-ERAD, comes in a 2-pound family size, is approved by all water heater manufacturers, and you can find it where at, Rich?
At Menards. At one of the 410 Menards stores.
That's right. So stop by, give Bob a call. 847-564-4448. And don't blame us if Bob talks your ear off about water heaters, because
yeah, you might learn a lot.
You're going to learn a lot, more than you may want to. So here we go.
Okay, Sparky.
Beautiful. So this week we're going to talk about, it's that time of year where everybody's out looking for that perfect gift.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think the perfect gift's a safe.
Yes.
Now, when you're looking for a safe, you have to look at a number of different things. Like the small home safe, those little fire safes you buy, little lockbox things.
Yep.
Now, they'll hold your precious jewelry, some rare coins, some even some little cash, but the rule of thumb is when a thief breaks in your house, the first place they go is the master closet looking for the little safe.
Uh-huh.
So basically, what the point is if you have a little walkabout safe like that, and I have one. We use it like all our insurance papers. So a hurricane coming, grab the safe, and out the door you go.
Right.
So they have their place. But if you have hard to find or hard to replace items such as family, birth certificate, family photos, birth certificates, passports, and all that, getting a better safe is not necessarily the most expensive thing to do. You just got to read a little carefully.
Uh-huh.
So pick your perils. So most home safes are designed to protect the contents inside of them from fire or theft or both. And that's a real key one. So you can go find a large safe, but if you read the fire safety on it, the fire safety may only be 30 minutes. And then actually, according to Consumer Reports, a 30 to 45-minute safe is usually okay. The reason being is that if your house is on fire and it gets to flashpoint, right, 1800 degrees, then boom, everything's flammable.
Right.
It usually moves through a room in 20 minutes.
Really?
Room's gone. I didn't know that. I mean, so we could get somebody from CFP, Chicago Fire Department, call in and confirm that. But because that makes you wonder what the logic is when you're looking at safes, because you very rarely will see a safe that's rated, say, hour and 15, hour and a half. They're, like 45 minutes is always the max,
really?
It seems like. Yeah. So that was a very interesting thing. So looking for fire resistant is a good one, but look for that. But also remember that regardless of that safe, that the interior temperature should never get more than 350 degrees, or else you could lose everything anyway. So you got to kind of look at some of that stuff. So they're saying, if you're planning on storing like old tape recordings or 35 millimeter slides, you're going to get a safe that's not rated for more than 150 degrees inside, because all the film will, go bad.
Right.
Computer disc, DVD, 125 degrees. So now just to put computer discs and stuff, which, nobody has it anymore. You have flash drives, so you put that in your pocket, you run out the door.
Right.
But anyway, so 30 minutes is most common, and that's usually pretty good. Burglary protection is the whole other side of this. So the safe that I have, and we keep guns and papers and all that stuff, it is in my master closet.
Okay.
But if I come home and the guy's walking out the house with that safe, I don't want to catch that guy. You know what I mean? It's large enough where I'm like, no, I think we're good. But independent ratings
you can have it. It's okay. You can have it.
Yeah, that guy's so big. If you're walking out with that thing, then I'm not even. Yeah, no, we're good. We're insured. But burglary resistance is an interesting one. UL testers go at safes.
Really?
With tools, torches, and even explosives.
Wow.
So a TL-15 rated safe, for example, can withstand an attack of at least 15 minutes using common tools.
Huh.
So if you have a safe that's rated TL-15, that means that guy's got 15 minutes minimum, that he's going to be hacking away at this thing before he can get in. So a TL-30 would be, harder. So which means obviously you got a better chance of catching the guy. He's not going to, or he's going to give up from boredom.
Right.
Well, most safes don't carry a rating for burglary resistance. They do, as a practical matter, provide some protection.
So okay, so if you're in a house and you're trying to break into something, how much time do you want to spend in that house? 15 minutes is a long time to be spending.
Well, yeah,
there.
you're supposed to, get in, get out, right? I suppose that's what burglars try to do.
Sure.
Well, unless you put on Facebook that you're going to Cancun for 10 days, then they know they have about 10 days to work on your safe, And
they just keep coming back.
That's why I hate when people put on Facebook, oh, going to the airport now, I'm going to be gone, see you in a week.
Yeah.
I know it's only supposed to go to your friends, and I get all that, but
anybody can see it.
I just don't let people know when I'm just bugging out.
No. Let them know.
The other one that's interesting is protection against water. So water seems to be an added feature to home safes. Like my safe is not waterproof.
Huh.
Which being in 1 foot above a base floodplain and having hurricanes in the area, you would think waterproofing would be a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, because the door rattles when I close
pretty
it.
Sure.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you're from Chicago.
Yes. I can actually put weather strip on there and make it a lot more water resistant. Other than the bolt holes in the bottom, which the water will just pour in anyway.
It keeps talking over me.
Yes.
Remind me the next hour. I got a question not a question so much as a statement to make about a car that was broken into that I know about this week. It was a contractor truck. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay.
You just made me think of it.
She does that pretty good, actually. And she's never done that before in all these years.
Oh, no, she used to do it all the time.
All right, so the last thing, because we're going into break, is cost. So for about $25 and up, you can get a fire chest, but bigger safes, better protection, costs more. Any questions?
Excellent.
Rich at mightyhouse.net.
Excellent. We'll be back.
Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
You should have, Rich. Can you hear me?
What's that?
She used to do Joe Builder's sister. And
that's
oh
right.
my God, it was freaking hilarious.
That. Yeah, no, I do remember that. That was always good. I always liked Joe Builder's segment there too.
Yeah.
He'd get all whipped up and then.
Oh yeah.
I was Josie Builder. Yeah, I want to talk about it. You reminded me, talking about the safe. I was in Bucktown yesterday.
No, save it for the next segment.
Okay, don't let me forget.
Well, we got Mr.
7
Floor
minutes from now, or 6 minutes from now.
Yeah. After the Mr. Floor segment.
Yeah. Or we'll do it in the Mr. Floor segment. We'll let Mr. Floor next after that. Blup, blup.
Boy, people are ticking me
So
off
yeah,
this
it's kind of
morning.
funny when you start talking like this. So I was
Hi,
watching the Bears
Deanna.
game Thursday night, and the funny thing was, I sat there and everybody was cheering for the Bears, and then I found out they don't even like the Bears; they just hate Dallas.
Yeah. America's team.
Not so much anymore.
No.
Linda, we'll still be around, just different. We'll still be around. You
We'll
can
be the
still call
same,
me.
just different.
I know. I made that very clear on the stream and on the post and on the video.
Would you do us a favor? Just put up on there. Well, you don't have to do it now. We'll do it in the coming weeks. But we just put a message up there for show ideas, help, or links, whatever. Obviously, just send us emails. But seriously, they need to sign up for the newsletter.
Yep.
It only goes out once a week. Not sending out junk mail.
Absolutely.
Not selling the list.
Hey, Rich.
Yes, sir.
How long you been down in Florida now? Was it 3 years, 4?
6.
6 years? No.
September 23rd was my 6th anniversary.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, no.
Check this out. This popped up on my Facebook. You go to Facebook and it
No
gives you
way.
your memory stuff.
Uh-huh.
No. There's no way.
6
Yeah.
years?
What popped up on mine was 7 years ago today, I was at a car show on the street in Tinley Park on Oak Park Avenue. The cruise night was this day 7 years ago, and that was the last time my car was really shown. Yeah. Is that not insane?
No way.
In the house.
What's up, dude? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's it. I figured I'd suck up today. Why not?
I'm sorry. I have a big mess on this section.
She's all sprawled out over there. Ooh, show and tell stuff. All right.
Ooh.
Hey, I got one of those. I was the one that talked to Aaron. Aaron's like, no, that's garbage. That don't work. That's garbage. I like this tape.
I'll be doing something on my computer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't be. I'll be shopping. I'll be doing some Christmas shopping.
Okay, so where I was going, Rich.
Yes, sir.
You've been
6
down there
years.
6 years?
There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, you just break into that Chicago accent, and like, it's seamless. And I don't even think you know you're doing it.
No, I don't. I don't do it intentionally. My friends all mess with me because it's like, we always laugh about over by there or two or tree and all that, but it's like those I can play with. But most of the time, if I'm having a conversation, it just comes out.
Yeah, you would think that would go away after some time,
I don't know. My brother's been in Georgia for some time, and he's got a little more twang to his,
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, see, some of it we're getting some love here.
Everything. Does your T-shirt?
Diane wrote up in here that, I'm going to miss your radio show and wish you much success, but I love a good podcast and will continue to listen.
Oh, excellent.
Wait,
See?
who said that? Who said that?
We're hoping, because that's where the future is.
Yep.
It really is.
Yep.
I mean.
No, I don't want to visit the site. I want that to go away. Where do you see that? I'm sorry, Rich.
Oh, it's I'm just on the feed.
Hey, Aaron, we're missing one.
I know somebody stole it. From what I understand.
Oh, you already heard that?
Heard, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rich,
Trixie told on me already?
It's on the
Mighty House feed.
Boy, she just throws me under the bus instantly.
Yeah, it's on you got to be on the Mighty House website. It's on that feed.
Why?
Yeah. Hey, no, he doesn't have your mic on, or Aaron's. You want to do a mic
Not
check?
on the
No,
live.
it's weird. That it just took me to YouTube, so it might be. That's just weird. Yeah, it might be on the YouTube feed, but it's showing up. I'm on my way.
All right, it's not on YouTube because I'm on YouTube.
No, I'm on Mighty House DIY posts, and then it's got the number there, and that's where it shows.
Twinsies.
But when I click on the video, it takes me to YouTube, so I give.
I don't know where it is. I'm trying
It just
to
popped
monitor
up on mine.
every single one of them.
Do I have that?
And I don't see it.
Igor and Aaron, or is it backwards?
Other way.
Switch. Okay.
Who else?
Do I look
Rich,
like an Aaron to you?
Who else is commenting on the one that you have?
There was one other, and it's gone now.
Okay,
I have to check.
So,
I gotta wait for it to
is it the
type.
one with
Give me a 10
Kathleen?
count, please. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep, Great. And then Igor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, great. Thank you.
All right.
We can all count.
Turn the Klein back on. Here we go.
The
we
Klein?
go. Yeah, he turned you everybody off so they can do the mic checks.
Rich, I'm sorry. Is it the feed with Deanna and Kathleen watching?
No.
That's the only one I have.
No, and I'm getting all kinds of stuff. Like I just got a post. It says your post. Oh.
Peggy Malecki.
And you just might so you think I should go to the Mighty House?
And promotes gardening like you and Peggy. We applaud you, and you do a great job.
You're actually saving lives. You don't realize it, but you're able to help affect our area.
We try to do that, and that, of course, is that's Mom and Dad on the line there.
The Mike Novak Show with Peggy Malecki. Sunday mornings from 9 to 11, right here on Smart Talk. Every week on Mighty House. Learn things you never knew about your home.
You guys scare the daylights out of me. I'm going to end up finding somebody dead in my basement one day, and we're going to think it's a heart attack, but really it's because they touched the water heater.
And some highly advanced scientific advice.
Robbie?
Yes?
Do you have a gas-fired water heater?
Yes.
Can't get electrocuted by gas.
See? She doesn't listen to us, Rich.
I didn't listen enough.
Mighty House. Saturday mornings at 7 on WC.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems. Home improvement problems, that is. Send an email now to robbie@mightyhouse.net or call into the show at 877-711-5611. From foundation leaks to roof repairs, the Mighty House team is on the job. You're listening to Mighty House.
All right, I'm Ron Cowgill. The Mighty House team is back with hour 2 of the show. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Rad. And wherever you watch, and click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday from mightyhouse.net, tunein.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. Podcasts of all our shows are available at mightyhouse.net. Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Video clips of the show are available at mightyhouse.net and on our Mighty House YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is @MightyHouse. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. There you go. And
see, he kept the $4 that time.
Yeah.
And if you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, give Trixie a call at 877-711-5611. And she'll get you signed up. She just takes your name down and your information, and it gets written on a piece of paper, and it goes into the Mr. Floor tote bag. That's as far as it goes.
It's a handsome bag, Ron.
It's awesome bag. Awesome bag.
Yes.
And you know how you get one. They're not cheap.
Mr. Floor?
They're not cheap. No. You've actually got to invest in your floor.
That's right.
To get a Mr. Floor tote bag. They don't just throw those out willy-nilly.
And we put some nice products in the tote bag.
Yes.
For our clients.
Yes, Robbie.
Felix, I miss you. He's watching.
Felix is
wow. He figured out how to use the computer.
Oh, he's fantastic on the computer.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I miss you. Why aren't you here? I'm talking above your head because that's where
I figured as much.
Is.
You're looking right past me there, Robbie.
Yeah, right there.
That's okay.
Felix.
Uh-huh.
He's on Facebook and everything.
Wow.
He's very high tech.
Yeah, he has a picture of him. It looks like he's doing his leading his handball
That's
team.
right. That's
My
exactly.
husband is
Coach.
very disappointed because he goes every year and you're not there. Oh.
He's semi-retired.
Semi-retired.
You know what's so funny? As I go to his page, okay, and then after I tell it, you can explain who Felix is. And his first 2 posts are, "This isn't available right now. This contest isn't available," because Felix is putting bad things on Facebook, apparently.
No. Not Felix. Felix is as clean as the driven snow. Are you kidding? If you don't believe it, you could probably Skype with him right now. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway, so who is Felix?
So Felix is the original Mr. Floor. He's the founder of Mr. Floor.
And he's your son?
He's my, yeah. Well, he likes to say he's my brother, but he's actually my dad. But yes.
Was he a chemist?
He is not a chemist, no.
Wow.
He's not a chemist. And he doesn't play one on TV either.
Nope. So are you guys related to Mr. Porch or any of those other guys?
or Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow, yeah.
Yeah, no. We are the original Mr.
Oh, okay,
We
good.
really are.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We established the Mr.
I know. And I was driving, I saw Mr. Porch, and then I saw like Mr. Plow, and then there's a couple others.
Duck.
Mr.
Duck.
And I was like, wait a minute.
There's a Mr. Taco. I saw that.
Did you eat there?
No, I did not.
So I thought maybe Felix was branching out into all these different areas.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but no.
It's too late
Too
now.
late.
That's good. So Mr. Floor is the original.
We are the original and the one and only, as far as we're concerned.
Okay, so if you haven't noticed, we're down one spray bottle here.
Yeah.
Mr. Novak was in here from the Mike Novak show with Peggy Malecki. They do a Sunday show.
Was he last week's winner?
Well, no, not even. So he came in. He's like, "Ooh, I want some of this." I said, "Well, take it." So
it wasn't so much that. He was saying that his floors really needed a cleaning.
Yes.
And you're like, well, coincidentally, there's a bottle of floor cleaner right in front of you.
You know what? We'll happily replace whatever he took.
We figured
That's
as
not a
much.
problem.
So your flooring products are getting sent out all over the place.
Excellent.
And
we like that.
It works great. So if the boss likes it, you know you're good.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So okay,
Great.
so you brought in some toys. What? Oh wait, first we should probably say Aaron and Igor from Mr. Floor and your website and information.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're at mrfloor.com, or you can give us a call at 847-674-7500.
11 minutes into the segment, we decided
That's okay.
to announce who we're talking to.
We tease it up, and then
Exactly.
it's all good.
Exactly. So you guys brought in some toys. The other thing is, with winter and tracking snow through the house, I want to try and get into that a little bit here,
right?
Too, and what that's doing to the floors. But go ahead. Let's start with some of these toys that you've got here.
So as Aaron and I were walking in this morning, I turned to Aaron and I said, we should bring in some of the tools really that we use in assessing people's floors, and what a professional really should walk into your home with.
Uh-huh.
And so I grabbed all of the things that we typically would walk in to evaluate a floor with, and terms like thermohygrometer. What is a thermohygrometer? What is a moisture meter? What's a digital tape measure? All of these tools that we use on a regular basis to evaluate flooring projects, are indispensable to us. I mean, we cannot live without them. So, for example, what I'm holding in my hand here is basically a moisture meter / thermohygrometer. And what this basically will do, this is...
I'll just keep shopping.
Yeah, Robbie's rolling her eyes. But
I like that one.
For those on Facebook, they can see this. I don't know if you can actually see this thing. This is a phenomenal device. This will, first of all, I can calibrate this device to the particular species that I want to measure the moisture content of.
Okay.
So one would say, well, who cares about moisture content? What is moisture content? Well, I want to be able to walk in and put this moisture meter down on your floor and see if the moisture content of your wood is within the correct range for that particular species.
So does that damage it? Like when you put pins into it or something to actually poke the wood?
Right. So this particular one is a pinless moisture meter.
Okay.
This one, which I'm holding in my hand here, is a pinned moisture meter. So this is the old school. I just took the cover off, and you can see it's got the probes.
It looks like a cattle prod.
Exactly. So I can actually jam this inside of a piece of lumber
Right.
and get a moisture reading. So in some cases this is necessary, and we do use it at the job site. But in many cases we like to use non-destructive moisture meters, such as the pinless moisture meter, which is this other one that I'm holding in my hand.
Okay.
Typically, we're going to use the pinned moisture meter on plywood after moisture damage.
Okay.
When we've removed the wood.
Oh, and before you start to put your
Correct.
floor in.
Right.
Now, why would you want to use the surface one or use the pin one versus the surface one?
So it just depends. So, for example, if I first of all, this surface one, the pinless meter, will go only about 3/4 of an inch below the surface as it's taking its
It
readings.
reads that deep?
It reads 3/4 of an inch, right? So I can set this thing to 1/4 inch depth or 3/4 inch depth, depending on where I want to take my reading.
Which means you're checking the subfloor.
Correct. Yeah. But if I want to check well into the subfloor, which I can use the pin meter and really stick the prod, all the way down in there, and I can go an inch. I can go, there's actually an extension. You can see this little port right here, Ron.
Right.
So there's an extension pin that's actually 3 inches long that I can hammer into a piece of lumber if I really wanted to check, well inside what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah. So we use all of these tools regularly. I use them. I'm a certified inspector, so I go out and do inspections for people all the time, and I use a lot of these tools for that, for that purpose.
Floor inspector? A certified floor inspector?
Yes.
Okay, because we talk a lot about inspectors. I didn't know if you meant like home inspector.
Right. So I'm basically the equivalent of a home inspector on the flooring side. So I'm a certified wood flooring inspector, and we specialize in inspecting
just wood floors.
Wood floors.
Thank
correct.
you.
Correct.
See, I'm listening and shopping.
Yes. And doing your hair and doing makeup. Wow.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I'm holding in my hand is this little probe, which actually plugs into this moisture meter. And the minute I plug it in, I can now take temperature and relative humidity readings
within the room.
Within the room. So if I want to know, if the relative humidity is too high, this will let me know right away.
Right. And if you're walking into a home today, or in the middle of winter, and you've got high moisture content in the wood, is that going to mean you probably have high moisture content in the air then too, or
potentially?
And so now
or there's a source. There's a potential leak.
Or if it shows up that it's still dry and the air is fine, then you've got a intrusion, a leak, water intrusion somewhere.
Exactly. So these are tools we use to rule things in and out of, the conversation. So
right.
But without these tools, again, a lot of our competition really, has no idea what any of this equipment is. And, we talk about acclimation. We've talked about acclimation on your show for years now, where, we don't need to actually deliver the load of wood into your home and leave it there for a week and let it, quote unquote, acclimate, because nobody's checking it. Nobody's testing whether it's acclimating correctly or not. We do all of that in-house, and we use these tools for that purpose.
Excellent. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We've got Mr.'s Floor in here, and we'll be back with more right after this. You are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Hi,
folks.
Mr. Floor here with your flooring tip of the day. You've seen them on Sunday morning television.
Trying out some new lighting there, Rich?
Yeah, that big bright orb in the sky is just
some
killing
natural studio light.
I've got a pin meter that you have to, but you have to dial it in. It's old. Yeah, it's an old. It's probably 15 years old, and you have to punch in the number.
That's what we do here.
Yeah, and then you can read it.
Exactly. But a lot of people,
right. Right. They put their hand on it. It's dry.
Yeah, they
Right.
do. Yeah.
Looks dry.
I have the non-pin type meter.
Oh, you have one of those?
Oh, yeah. I use it all the time because down here, when you're talking about trying to get your wood to acclimate, down here it's hard.
Right. So you've got the other.
Our relative humidity is typically above 60%, so that wood just sucks it up. So when you get it in the house, it ain't have to sit for a week or more. Easily.
A lot of manufacturers, Rich, what they'll do is they'll actually keep the moisture content of wood going down south a little higher than they would for the purposes of the Midwest. So we get ours; it's between 6 and 8%. Yours is going to be closer to 9 to 11% for that exact reason.
Right. And that's exactly it. So we get some, and then most of our warehouses or whatever are climate controlled so that the wood is also not out in the air, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just going to drink it all back up.
Oh, yeah. It's a
if
sponge.
you leave it outside.
Oh, yeah. It'll suck it all in.
Even utilities. Cost of living is up, but Allstate can help lower your cost of
Robbie got a kick of Felix watching us on Facebook.
Yes. Let's see if he said anything back yet.
I don't know if he'll leave
respond.
comments. He may. I don't know. If he's in the mood, he will.
Well, after lunch, after lunch, you'll
Get a quote today. Subject to terms, conditions.
The original. Let me update. Maybe.
You know all we got to live on is a hardwood floor.
right, you can follow us on Facebook by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show, and our Twitter handle is @MightyHouse. Someone that's wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, how can they do that?
Computer.
Oh, okay. And you can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com.
Did you want me to be more specific, or you just?
Yeah, you could probably be a little more specific. If you
All
want.
right, go to mightyhouse.net. Click on the Contact Us page. Put in your first and last name, your email address. Scroll on down and click on Boom, done.
Boom, done, just like that. All right, cool.
Wait, using your smartphone or your computer.
Yeah, we've got Aaron and Igor here from Mr. Floor, and you guys have a showroom over in Oakton too. You want to give that information out?
Yeah, sure. We're open this morning from 8:30 to 3, and we're located at 3828 West Oakton Street in Skokie. And just come on down and boom, done.
There you go. Yeah, they got a great showroom with all kind sample. If it goes on the floor, you guys have a sample for it. Pretty
Just
much.
about, yeah.
Yep, it's amazing.
So, are you guys still remember the large format tiles kind of became popular a couple of years ago, but it's not dying off too fast, and yet the manufacturers are pumping out a bunch of 2x4s and 4x4 dimension, 2 foot by 4 foot tile, 4 foot by 4 foot. They're pumping that stuff out now.
Yeah, you're not even seeing 12 by 12 anymore. I don't think.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's all the 2x4 and larger.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the large format is definitely in. I mean, it's a little trickier to work with. The subfloors have to be prepped a little bit better.
And you would think it'd be easier. It's a bigger piece. It goes down. It should go down faster, right?
Not so much.
It is if you mud set. We use mud set base or levelers, and then we flat lines on everything, and it's amazing. No lippage.
Yeah.
Nobody likes lippage.
No, lippage is bad.
Especially from your kids. When your kids give you lippage.
Yes.
And then you get backhanded.
Well,
and then you go to jail because you touched your own child.
Right.
That's a whole other thing. We're not going there.
Right.
The show does not advate child abuse of any kind.
No.
Just put that out there.
No, but discipline's a different animal.
Yes. So, but you get into these larger tile, and most people would think, okay, well now you're not setting 15 tile, you're just setting one. That should go a lot faster, and I hear that all the time, but
not so much. Not so much.
It takes even sometimes even more, especially if the floor is really bad, to get those to set
precision.
in.
Well, I just did when I redid my bathroom. I used 2 foot by 2 foot tile. Okay, so this is how this will work, and those guys will understand it better. It's a small bathroom. Let's say it's 30 square feet. So I ordered 10 or 15% extra. So I needed 3.5 square feet for waste.
Right.
At one tile.
Yep.
Right.
And I was like, and I didn't think about it. It's needless to say, when I'm cutting and I found a chipped tile, and I'm like, I'll go grab another one. And I'm like,
nope.
Oh darn. So I circle it, tag it. You know what I mean? And now it was check all dimensions 3 times.
Yep.
Cut once because I don't have another tile.
Right.
So it's an interesting point. So in wood flooring, we have an engineered formatted wood floor that's referred to as a panelized engineered wood floor.
Okay.
And what that means is basically it's 2.5. It comes out of Sweden. It's 2.5 inch pieces of wood that are engineered, that are laminated onto a substrate. It's basically plywood substrate, and the panel is 8 inches wide and 8 feet long.
Wow.
So, and it goes in. It's a square edge floor. It's one of the few formats that still offers a square edge, meaning there's no bevels or no gaps in between.
No dust groove.
No dust groove. But the interesting thing about it, and it kind of reminded me of what you just said with the waste factor, is there's a tongue and groove connection. It's a mechanical lock on all 4 sides of each panel. So a few square feet, right, or a few percentage points of additional waste could mean that if you cut one of those boards, I mean, that's like 6-7 square feet wasted because you can't really use that board if you lose one of the connections.
Right.
So people say, well, it should be very easy, very quick for you to install because, one panel goes down and it's like 6 or 7 square feet. Okay, that's true. But what about on the material side? So if I'm cutting around a non-geometrically shaped room, maybe there's hallways and a kitchen where I'm scribing around all the cabinetry and everything, I'm losing waste like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And so it takes that labor through the roof, and the material goes up with it because we can't use those panels.
Yeah, you got to remember, the larger the format of whatever floor you're putting down, the more waste you're going to have.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's a huge misconception in the industry, and you're right. Consumers, regular, average consumers don't really fully understand that,
Right.
and even when you explain it, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
Well,
and
so
it's
for the sake of my bathroom, it's 35 square feet. I should have ordered 50 square feet of tile,
That's
which
exactly
sounds like
right.
15
You
square
double
feet
up.
is a ton
Yeah.
left over.
Yeah.
But you know what that is? That's 3 tile.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? That way I can mess up a little bit. And even when it's done, I'd like to put 1 or 2 in the attic in case one of them cracks, or right? Because you never match dye lots, color lots.
That's why you go to a 4x4 tile, Rich,
and just drop it down.
Okay, and then you only need like 1 tile extra, and then you're done.
Yeah, but the problem is if you're centering that tile and it's 4'2".
Right, the waste you have just from a centering.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
exactly.
That's true.
No, actually, I got smarter than that. When I remodeled the bath, I made it. It's kind of L-shaped, so I made the shower 4 foot, the vanity base is 4 foot. I actually built the walls in to make sure, so that when everything was done, I had a center line intersect in the middle, went straight in the shower, straight up. So layout is everything. It's not just willy-nilly.
Right.
And it didn't necessarily make it easier to lay. I used fewer pieces, but everything had to align. And it was a rectified tile, which helped.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
that's another thing. If the tile's slightly out of square, good luck holding your lines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to talk about something Igor loves: carpet.
Oh, he does.
Okay.
He loves carpet.
You walk into a room and
You said the C word.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I know. Fuzzy side up. You walk into a room and your room is 12'1". 12'2". Carpet comes 12 feet.
That's it.
That's it.
What about a carpet stretcher?
Sure.
That's what. And no, you sell them in the store, right?
That's when you go to 2 by 2 inch thick decorative base.
Yeah. That's when you turn the carpet.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's but you're talking about.
Yeah, there's some
waste factor.
Berbers that'll come 14 or whatever.
Yeah,
but you're right.
there are some that are. Yeah,
carpet is 12 foot.
Right, 12 foot.
But that's why you start to get into carpet tiles. And the carpet tiles really solve that whole issue because it's more, granted, it's more on the commercial side of things, but a carpet tile is so much more forgiving in terms of layout, geometry. You're not confined to this 12-foot, wide roll that you're dealing with. And if you ever need to replace a section or a piece or something gets damaged and it's just limited to just 1 or 2 tiles, you pop those tiles out, you put new carpet tiles in, you're done. If it's a roll of carpet and there's a hole right here, you're replacing that entire room at a minimum.
Right. Right.
That's a huge amount of waste. So we talk to our clients about all that stuff all the time. And in many cases, it falls on deaf ears because they don't plan that far ahead. They don't really think that far ahead. But as professionals,
they've already got something in their mind of what they want.
True.
And then you got to try and fit that,
right.
But it's our job into a round hole.
But it's our job to educate them. Exactly right. That's
but when you're talking about waste, carpet's always going to have a lot of waste. So
yeah,
unless you're really good at putting together puzzles.
Excellent.
I hear Robbie's good at Tetris. Robbie, is that true?
No, but there's I've talked about this before. It's a little bar kind of in Niles. It's by where we did our thing. And they have Tetris there.
Oh.
It's one of those little bars you go in and you could play. All the games are free. So they have like Tetris and Pac-Man and all those kind of things. And they just, have a little food, pizza kind of thing. So you can play all day, all you want for free. They just expect you or hope that you spend $20.
$100 at the bar? Yeah.
$20. $20 food, so go have pizza and kids can go, at certain times. But
see, that kind of reminds me of like some people in our industry that, buy one room and get like 5 rooms for free.
Sure.
Right.
But that one room costs you the cost of the 5 rooms, but they just don't tell you that.
Right.
It's all that.
Air duct cleaning, $39.95.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just can't believe people fall for that stuff.
No, or the other one is the buy one get one free kind of thing with the
Windows.
Windows.
Terrible.
You're paying for 2.
I'll get a buy one get one free pizza, but that's as far as I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want any other buy one get one.
Right.
Yeah.
Or all installation is free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you think that the guys are working for free?
Right.
Somebody's paying them.
It's a large company. They've got a lot of people. There's a lot of overhead and all the marketing that they have to spend money on.
Yep.
And you're telling me they're giving away Windows?
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be in business very
it's
long.
not going to happen. Ron, let's talk about the winter weather and how that affects all wood floors.
Right. Okay.
And all tile floors and things.
I mean, we're on in Arizona and Nevada and all over the place. So kind of address not only just the Chicagoland area, but kind of around the country where you are, because right now the air's drying out. It's getting really dry in homes. The static electricity, and you're starting to, when you give the boss a kiss and when you come home, you get shocked, that kind of thing.
It's a shocking kiss.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, in this instance, he means his wife.
No, not necessarily. Anyway.
Everybody's got a boss.
That's right. So, what should we be doing about our wood floors and stuff, especially like you're traipsing in a bunch of snow. The kids are bringing it in on their boots.
Or in Florida, they're bringing in sand,
right
from the beach,
yeah.
which in some cases could actually be worse than the snow that we're bringing in here.
Okay.
The biggest problem with snow is not so much the water aspect of it, because you can just kind of clean that up. It's all of the snow melt and the salt that everybody throws on their sidewalks and brings in, with their shoes onto the wood floor, and it causes dulling. It causes, sort of almost a peeling effect of the polyurethane, because, that snow, if it's allowed to sit on the floor, which has that snow melt or that salt in it, actually gets absorbed by the wood floor, and that actually can cause damage to the coating that's protecting it.
Corrosive.
It is corrosive. That's exactly right.
The other thing is when somebody comes in with snow, with ice melt on their shoes, most people will wipe up the snow.
Right.
But they're also rubbing in the salt. So
they're grinding it in.
And then they're sitting it there, and then they look and they go, "Oh my God, there's haze and everything else." So then they use their Mr. Floor wood floor cleaner.
And what happens then?
It cleans it off.
Wow.
It's designed to actually
remove it. You're supposed to have
yeah.
a mud room and so on, right? You're not supposed to
right.
wear your shoes in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but it doesn't always work out that way, and so
I understand. But just saying.
Yeah.
So what Igor was talking about was the sand and stuff like that, which becomes almost sandpaper because it's very aggressive and
grinds in there. All right, you guys can stick around a little bit longer?
Absolutely.
Sure. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with Mr. Floor next. You are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Hey, honey, when are you going to get this list of repairs?
checking your heart rate, or you got somewhere to go?
No, I've got the smartwatch.
Yeah.
And I get all these text alerts and everything on my watch. So people always think I'm like rushing off because I'm
Is
checking
it
time.
Felix?
It's not, unfortunately. But all I'm doing is checking email and text on
I was like, you keep checking your watch. I'm like, oh man, he has somewhere to go.
I realized it was a rude thing to do because, like, if I'm talking to somebody and I get a buzz and I'm, I'm not rushing off. I'm just checking. But it could appear that I'm, in a hurry. Or something.
You're always in a hurry.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine's got an Apple Watch. I was playing around with it last night. I just kept throwing it up in the air. What are you doing? I'm like, seeing if it'll call 911 because you fell. He didn't know it did that. I'm like, yeah, I'm just seeing if the police show up or the ambulance.
Nice. So you're saying the Apple Watch, if you fall, it knows.
Yeah,
that?
and I didn't know there was a story about
Really?
a young kid in California. He's like, 14, 15, whatever.
Right.
And he was walking along cliffs. So he fell down.
Oh, jeez.
And because he fell so quickly, his iPhone actually called 911 for him and then had the location.
That's the accelerometer that's inside the watch.
That's what I was
Picks it
looking
up.
for.
Felix
Yes, sir.
commented.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Felix.
What did he say?
He said, I'm watching and listening to you all the time. It's a very good educational program for homeowners.
There you have it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Spoken like a true professional.
Hi, Sherry.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
No, wrong way with that. Thank you.
Oh, I hate that.
I do too.
Oh, come on. I love Limu the emu.
I don't understand it. I just don't get it. What,
Do you remember it?
Yeah, because
That's
it's
the whole
on,
point.
because it's on constantly.
Right.
Hi, Gene.
There was a
You mentioned
recording.
insurance rates
and
would
there
be
was
if they
a
didn't
snippet of
spend so
you
much
going,
on
"Oh,
advertising."
Come on, at the end of it.
Gene, did you hear that? Did you hear that Ron is retiring?
Only pay for what you need.
Why must life be so hard? Why must I fail in every attempt at masonry?
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice from the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
All right, you can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Rad. That's MAG-ERAD. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show, and our Twitter handle is @Mighty House. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. Excellent. All right. Aaron, you came in with some other toys, too.
I sure did. So sometimes we get phone calls, and people have like an engineered floor sitting on top of radiant heat. Okay. And they're having some issues because, hey, we've kicked in the heat and everything else, and maybe it's separating and they don't know why.
Right.
So we'll go out and we'll try and find what's called a hot spot in their radiant heat, which is causing it to go and separate.
Oh, okay.
So we have this laser thermometer
Okay.
that we just have to point at the floor, and we can tell it's right now 64 degrees on your floor over here.
What about Robbie?
Robbie is 78 degrees.
Okay.
Ooh.
Try the floor over here, further away from the outside wall.
Here, let's see.
You got it?
Okay.
I don't think
69.
69, that's it? And
That's
what
it.
was it over here?
64.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay,
five
all right.
5 degree difference.
Okay.
That's good.
But why is that important?
Because when you're walking around and you find 64, 85,
Uh-huh.
okay,
that's what we're looking
that's what you're looking for. Because that 85 is above what you should have your temperature set
Your
for
radiator
an
and
engineered
make
floor.
sure that your temperature sending unit's correct.
Correct.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
we're constantly trying to help clients figure out what's going on with their floor.
Well, we had a client recently, your client actually, Aaron, where the floor, we installed the floor in late fall. A month and a half later, radiant heat comes on. He has no ability to modulate or regulate that heat. It's building controlled.
Really?
Yep.
And it basically
like
wound
a
up
condo building.
It's a condo building, and it cooked his floor. So our phone rings. There's something wrong with the floor. Well, we come out and we can see exactly what's going on. The floor is literally being cooked from below to the point where it was contracting so much. I mean, it was shrinking to the point where there were large gaps, and the floor started actually splitting down the middle because it was contracting so much and so rapidly. And so Aaron walked around with his digital thermometer, and there were hot spots all over. They were well above the required range, and it was cooking the floor. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing the manufacturer of the flooring can do. I mean, this
That's
it's a
actually
hostile
the
environment.
worst position to be in. We've had similar stuff, and it's like it's your lifestyle, whatever. I mean, it's not a product defect. It's not an installation defect, but they always seem to want you to solve it.
So what is
replace it, which is worse.
So would a LTV, a luxury, not regular vinyl, a luxury vinyl,
Like what we have in studio here.
This how many years has this been down now?
Gosh, I
3
mean,
or 4
it's gotta
years.
be 3-4 years.
It looks brand new.
Yeah, it really does.
And we haven't even washed it with Mr. Floor Cleaner.
Imagine how good it'll look then.
Yeah. So, but is it something like this that that would handle that type of environment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. With a wood floor, the critical part, and that's why we walk around with all these tools, thermal hygrometers and moisture meters, is because wood is hygroscopic. So wood is constantly moving. So it's either absorbing, moisture or it's releasing moisture. And since we're moving seasonally all the time in Chicago, and we can have a 100-degree swing from winter to summer,
right?
In relative humidity swings of 30, 40, 50% in some cases, that wood is constantly traveling one way or the other.
Right.
So if you put a heat source below it, like was the case in this particular example, and you're cooking that floor doesn't stand a chance. Now, we educate our clients. We tell them up front, you have to control the heat. You can't have it go above a certain temperature. You have to put a limiter on it. If it's a single-family home, they could do it because they're in full control.
Right.
And the contractor that's installing the radiant heat tubing actually can put a limiter on that system to make sure that it doesn't exceed 80 degrees, which is really the maximum allowable temperature for the water inside those tubes.
That's for the engineered floor.
For any wood floor. But
Okay.
I mean, but we never even advocate the use of a solid hardwood floor over a radiant heat system because that for sure won't stand a chance. It's not as dimensionally stable.
Right. Oh yeah, because it's too thick.
Because it's solid, right?
Yeah.
So it's a constant conversation. But in Chicago, I mean, it's such a tricky environment. As tricky as it is down in Florida, at least it's more or less stable. They don't go through this massive swing.
No, you're absolutely correct. We have to watch it initially. Today, the humidity's starting at 74%, but indoor relative humidity in our houses is
Why you got to rub it in?
54.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Well, it's funny. I was looking around. I don't know what Arizona is, but Las Vegas is like, What did it just say? It was high. It was like 64% humidity.
Las
And I
Vegas?
thought Vegas
Really?
would be like 0.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know, like
it's lower,
Arizona, they're so
right.
dry states.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they've had some rain out there.
Yeah,
it's
it
cooler.
is cloudy. So
Yeah.
yes, it may be rain. It doesn't say it's rain. It just says cloudy.
Yeah, so that'll help bring the humidity in. But if you're out
At
west,
49, mostly cloudy, humidity 86%. So I'd have to say it's
For
raining.
Arizona?
no, that was
No, Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas. What,
But
still,
I'm saying it, like Lauren says, it must be raining then, because that's just 86 is unheard
That's
of.
unusual.
But if you're out west, where that dry, arid air, I mean, now that wood is used to being down in that lower percent, and all of a sudden you get an 86%.
it's a
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
That's going to
why-
make take some hard swings there too.
Yeah, as Igor was saying earlier, down in Florida, you have a different stasis range of what your wood should be than it is up in Chicago, that it is in Arizona, is in California.
Right.
And across the nation, there's different levels that the wood is going to be staged at.
Yeah, but it's all a matter of consistency. So Rich just said it absolutely correctly, and that is, in Florida, your initial.
Andrew, did you record that?
I'll say it again
Absolutely correct.
if you need me to. But it is absolutely true, and that is that once you get that initial acclimation done and the floor goes in, as long as the environment remains more or less within that range, you're fine going forward. The problem we have here is that we have AC running, then we have heat running, then we have constant swings of temperature, humidity, and it's like a roller coaster.
And the windows open in spring and fall.
All of it. And so what do you do? So we're running humidifiers in the winter. We're running dehumidifiers in the summer. We're trying to keep that balance, and there is a sweet spot. 30 to 50% relative humidity is really where a wood floor of any format needs to be. And the temperature is between 60 and 80 degrees. So if you're below 60 in your home or above 80, that floor is going to want to move. And if you're below 30 or above 50 relative humidity, that floor is going to want to move. Mm-hmm. And who can maintain such a tight range, even though that's the required recommended range?
Right.
It's very hard to do.
Yeah, typically the temperature isn't an issue. It's mostly the relative humidity that we have issues with.
Right, and if you get an older home that was built 100 years ago and it leaks like a sieve,
right?
There's no way you're controlling that.
Nope.
No.
That's why we put in luxury vinyl plank for those kinds of clients, or ceramic tile, and
right.
There you go.
And that's it.
So, what was the resolution for this client you had where the floor was overheating?
He actually went down to the property manager, and they're having it adjusted.
Oh, they're going to be now. Is that floor going to come back, or is it garbage now? Because
it's not good.
It's not good.
There's no way to resuscitate that floor. Ron,
No, you can't.
Yeah, that floor
you can't
Can't just
dump water
buckets
on
of
it.
water on it and rehydrate it.
Unlike watering a plant or a tree,
right?
There's no way. Once that floor shrinks, what happens is you break all the glue bonds.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's literally splitting down the middle of a lot of boards.
Wow.
There's no way to correct that. It's fully delaminating at this point. I mean, it's curling onto itself.
Amazing. Yes, Robbie.
It's really shocking.
Now's a good time to ask your dad for a raise.
Say that again.
Now's a good time to ask your dad for a raise.
Me? I should ask
Yes,
him?
because he said, "Wow, I never thought that I had such a smart son."
Wow.
They did finish it with
Yeah, Dimitri's really smart.
Yeah, the other son, right?
Ask him right now.
It's interesting that it took him almost, only 30 years to figure out that
that you might know what you're
that I might
talking
know
about.
a little bit, yeah.
It's okay.
You're only 30?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 30.
Wow.
So
there you go.
So the other thing I brought in
is
the digital laser measuring device.
And who forced you into using that, sir?
Some guy over there.
Oh, by there.
Over by there.
Standing about 5 feet from
about
me?
5 feet from me. So I have to credit Ron for talking me into trying this. And I tried it, and it took about a month of me pulling out my Fat Max tape measure and double checking every laser measure.
Right, and?
Now I use this every day.
Yeah.
So you know what's even better? What's even better is that because you introduced Aaron to it, Aaron introduced me to it, and I was completely old school. I was the same as Aaron. I could not put my tape measure down, my physical tape measure.
Yeah.
And then I started to use this particular one is a Bosch digital tape measure.
Yep.
And we love it. We rolled it out company-wide. All the sales guys
GLM
use
80?
it.
Or do you have a newer
This is
version?
the GLM
165.
165.
Oh, you probably have a much better one, but yes, these things are killer.
Phenomenal.
And
phenomenal.
The thing is, with the tape measure, you're trying to get underneath furniture or over stuff, and and you're trying to hit. You don't want to hit anything or knock anything or scratch any furniture.
Dogs are chasing them.
Yeah.
I mean, all kinds of things.
Well, and then you're only going to the base or the shoe. Which now
Correct.
you're off by 1.25 inches on
That
each
is
wall.
true.
Or if I
Correct.
stick this on one wall, measure to that wall, I'm good.
Right. So I used to have an older one that used the sonic, and
Yeah.
that thing was constantly wrong.
Yes.
And
Yes, that the clicker?
Yeah, but then yes, and then Rich and I got these, and I started trying it, and I was doing the same thing for about a month. I was
Right.
using both
Because you didn't trust it, right?
No,
I mean, yeah.
and then I got rid of I don't even carry the tape in anymore.
Yeah.
I still do.
And that's it. So yeah, well, you have to. So we got 2 minutes. Yes, Robbie, you got
No,
something?
I just wanted to say that
She looks like she's got to go to the bathroom.
I know.
it's a whole family show because your wife is now blowing emoji kisses at you.
Oh, there you go.
My wife?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody's up early this morning. Huh?
Yeah. So I just
My
gotta
whole house
say,
is sleeping.
no one ever blows emoji kisses at me.
I
or
love you.
Ron,
I love
for
you,
that
honey.
matter.
I love you.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
there you go. Brownie points.
Yeah,
You're just stacking up the brownie points now.
Listen, didn't we already establish everybody as a boss?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, without a doubt.
There
Without
you
a
go.
doubt. So we got about 2 minutes left here, and then we're going to have clutter clarity. But I just want to say thanks to you guys over the years for supporting the show and sponsoring and coming in and doing all the stuff you've done for the show. It's been great having you guys here. I'm really happy that you're going to move on and go to the next step with us and work on the podcast with us and go there. It's been great working with you, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows that we appreciate what you've done for us and keeping the show going. So
Yeah, and we appreciate it as well, Ron. It's really been a lot of fun, and we're really excited to do the podcasts, with you and take it to the next level. So
Yep.
it's been fun and educational and entertaining, and hopefully for those listening, they found it to be that as well.
Yep. No, you guys have been supporting the show for a long time, so I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it.
Yep.
And everybody else on the
Thanks,
team here
Felix
does
and
it.
Igor.
All right.
All right,
you,
we're going to
guys.
take a quick break. We got Clutter Clarity next. We'll be back. You're listening to
Mighty Hose.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Cool.
Awesome.
So the studio's coming along great. We're doing it at my shop. Oh, your shop? Yeah. So,
Yes,
we're
we're gonna have.
We're gonna have it set up. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Huh? Hi,
Oh,
Lisa.
yeah. Yeah.
So when people say pod,
What's that?
These CDs are a collection of highlights, history, humorous stories.
Oh, I know that.
Available now at baseballvoices.com.
Equipment's showing up every day.
Baseballvoices.com.
You know, so
That's awesome.
and we're gonna have we got green screen stuff going. You'll be able to actually point out stuff. If you send us files, we'll be able to put that stuff up and have it all behind us and be able to point it out next year. In January sometime.
We'll have to, 'cause I don't know.
From the Apple Store or Google Play, and it's
Yeah,
ready
no,
to
we'll
go.
get you
Just
set
pick
up.
your favorite station.
We'll get going. It'll be cool.
18 programmable buttons.
Thanks, buddy.
That's the new
Appreciate it.
Android
Yep.
FM
Good deal.
on Apple.
We'll talk to
Happy
you
New
soon.
Year, yeah.
Yep,
We'll
same
talk
to you.
Today.
Bye,
All right,
Robbie.
you
bye.
Looking for the
Bye, Rich.
perfect
See you,
fit
Rich.
no further than your local
He's saying bye.
lots of perfect ideas. Whether it's Steel, Milwaukee, Traeger, Weber, or Yeti, you'll find
40
all those
seconds.
great brands and more in one great place.
When people
Your
say
neighborhood Ace.
podcast,
And
they
to help
usually
make sure
mean
your gifts are under your tree on time, you can
an
buy online
audio
and pick up in
podcast.
store
Right.
or get it delivered from
But
your
we're
local
gonna
Ace.
do
This Saturday,
We're
don't
gonna
miss
do a
chance to meet
taping
Santa
of the
at Neighborhood Christmas
podcast
Party
live.
from
We're gonna do it
11 to 2.
so you'll be able to
Get
watch the
great deals and
podcast
more.
being
Wrap it in red at
taped.
Ace. Participate
You watch it live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter.
So some of the things that I want to do.
Turn that down.
We love Limo Emu.
Yoto, my office now. Limo Emu, Doug.
Okay.
Hi, Lisa. Did you hear our announcements? You could call 877-711-5611 if you missed our announcement.
Are you there, Rich?
Keyboard and your expense reports and her
Uh,
stretch balls.
say again.
Can you hear me?
There, now we got it.
Oh, you must have had me turned down.
Yeah. Oh, you ready to go? Andrew, should I hit a button right now that like plays the intro?
Yeah, it's just it's called a mouse right next to your computer.
Okay,
It
so
be
I should
on.
hit this button right here?
Yes, you should.
Lisa and I built your room.
So I don't have it back here. I could go in the folder, but I don't have it
I
ready.
wouldn't take it down if I were you. It's a load-bearing poster.
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice from the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
All righty, podcasts of all our shows are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Klein Tool of the Month. Just give Trixie a call, and you get signed up for the Klein Tool of the Month. It's 877.
Which is not a KTB Portable Jobsite Rechargeable Battery Flashlight. It's a much larger bag.
Yes, it is the large tool bag, the black one, the new one they just came out with. 877-711-5611. Give Trixie a call. Tell her you want to get signed up for the for the Klein Tool of the Month. Do you have it handy?
Yeah, just keep going along. I'll get it and we'll talk about it.
And what will happen then is she'll take your name down. It'll go in the Mr. Floor tote bag. What are you doing, woman?
My legs are cold.
Oh,
Mr. Woman, man.
So and then we're just gonna say on December 21st, not the end of the month of December, but on the 21st, we'll have the drawing and we will send that bag out to you. So it might even arrive in time for a holiday gift if you want to.
It is the deluxe black canvas tool bag, 16-inch, the 510216 SPBLK, which I'm pretty sure is black. Constructed with heavy-duty number 8 black canvas, 13 interior pockets for tool organization, detachable shoulder strap just so we can go out in the evening. Stitched and riveted leather handles for extra comfort and strength, moisture-resistant vinyl bottom. That sounds like underwear. Steel frame mouth hinge for rugged use, rivet reinforced durability, non-scratch studs on base to protect against wear. It's actually not bad looking.
No, this is an excellent tool bag. So. Yeah. Give Trixie a call, 877-711-5611, and she'll get you signed up, and all your information will go in the Mr. Floor tote bag. It's as far as it goes. We do nothing else with it. So, and what is that?
But
The
this is the
16-inch?
first time we gave away a tool bag, so you might be able to put the names in the tool bag and pull it out.
Oh yeah, but then I'd have to take it out of the shipping box. It's already in the shipping box.
True story. No, we'll just do the Mr. Floor bag like we always do.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Are you ready, Robbie?
Hello.
This Clutter Clarity is powered by Mr. Floor Cleaning Products. And here we go. You ready? Do you have a disarrangement disorder? Can't seem to get that jumbled hodgepodge pile of chaos in one place? Maybe it's time for a little disposal, a little cleanup, a little eradication, evacuation, liquidation, and purgification. Here's Robbie with a tip on how to put some neatness into your disorder. This is Clutter Clarity on Mighty House.
Save me from this prison.
Lord, help me get away. I'm swimming away. 'Cause only Andrew can save me now from this misery. We need Andrew's mom to send kiss emojis. I've been lost in my own place. Sing it with me, Andrew. And I'm getting weary. How far is heaven? And I know that I need to change my ways of living. How far is heaven?
Lord, can you tell me? All right, what I can tell you is Clutter Clarity is powered by Mr. Floor. Mr. Floor cleaning products are all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. Okay, what do you got for us today, Robbie?
Well, today I'm going to read. It's story time.
Ooh.
I know. So it's like romper room.
Oh, yeah? Ooh. I don't have my bean bag. I didn't bring my bean bag.
Yeah, we need bean bags because I am going to read.
From the newspaper.
From the newspaper, the Ask Amy column.
Oh,
and I'm going to read
Don
it.
find that for you? See, he did.
No, this one I actually found for myself.
Oh,
it's funny because every day Don finds interesting articles for me and leaves them out. But this one I found, I'm going to read it in its entirety.
Into the mic.
This is the closest I've ever been to the mic, and you're saying I need to talk into the mic. So everybody cuddle up.
Okay.
Get your little beanbag and your little hot cocoa and your little stuffy.
All right, there we go.
Dear Amy, my in-laws are self-professed hoarders. They love showering us with thrift store, garage sale, and dumpster finds every month or two when they visit. Whenever they give us something, they make sure to remind us that we're not allowed to get rid of the items except to return it back to them. We did try giving some items back to them one time and were met with a hostile outburst. They cut their visit short after making it clear how offended they were. Since then, they've continued bringing stuff just as before, and I've been too scared to refuse. Ooh, I love it.
All right, Andrew, high five me on that one, brother. Woo!
Okay. Our small home is overwhelmed with all these undesirable gifts.
It's only a 3-hour show.
I'm starting to feel like they're using our house to hoard items because their own home is now uninhabitable due to hoarding. That's the point I want to say again. I am starting to feel like they're using our house to hoard items. My husband has had countless talks with them. Things will improve for a time and then go right back to being a problem. How do you suggest we proceed from here? At this point, I'm secretly getting rid of things and praying my mother-in-law doesn't notice. Sometimes she does, and sometimes she doesn't. How do we get our home back? Signed, Desperate. Dear Desperate. Ron is dying. Who is that? What is that?
Something I found online.
What is it?
Excellent.
I want to hear more.
He's knocking it out of the park today.
Dear Desperate, hoarding disorder is a relatively rare but serious mental illness. People who have it sometimes spread their positions into other dwellings, such as storage sheds or rental properties, when they run out of space in their own home. I think you are correct in your assessment of what is going on with your in-laws. They are bringing their disorder into your household. Your in-laws are responding in a way that is typical for people who hoard. The idea of discarding anything causes them extreme anxiety, anger, and overall distress. I don't understand what's with the banging of the bell.
It's not.
What are you doing?
I'll explain in the break. Keep going.
Okay, they are professed hoarders, which means they have insight into what's going on. But imagine, and this is another important thing, imagine if your loved ones were addicts and insisted on using in your living room.
Like shooting up the H right in your living room?
They'd be putting all this stuff in their attics.
Yeah! Oh, excellent! High five me, brother!
The
Woo!
most loving thing to do would be for you to keep their addiction out of your house while urging them to get help. Otherwise, you are contributing to the problem. You and your husband must lovingly lay down the law. Do not bring anything to our house. We cannot take in any more possessions. If they bring things to your house, you will calmly load these items into a vehicle and take them directly to the nearest donation center. Yes, your in-laws will rail, rage, and perhaps retaliate. This is their disorder and their anxiety talking. Be calm, loving, and consistent in your response. Urge them to accept help, so on and so on. Boy, this really hit me.
Yeah.
Because their house has so much stuff that they're now bringing it not to a storage, not to a donation facility. They're bringing it to their children and their grandchildren's home to spread out their addiction. And when she said, imagine if it was an addiction, a different kind of addiction. And I think that we all know people who are like that their hoarding just is expanding. Step
She's
in.
got 2 shows to figure out that music thing.
Yes. All right.
I figure it out, Rich. I hear it.
We'll be
I'm
back
not
right after
deaf.
this.
This is
I'm not
Mighty
deaf.
House. Mighty House will return.
Looking for the perfect gift? Then look no further than your local Ace for lots of perfect.
Sorry about what?
Whether it's steel,
What are you sorry about?
That was awesome.
I felt the inclination to.
Dude.
No,
It was
that
awesome.
Was out of the park. Out of the park. That was a home run.
On
You
the
hit.
fly.
You were getting,
You
and
hit
you're
ho-
getting kudos on
Yes,
Facebook.
you are.
Everybody's like, Andrew's the man. It's awesome. That was
I
great.
love that for years, Rich and Ron have disrupted Robbie, but it was Andrew that brought the segment to a halt.
It built as it went. The music and then the man crying.
Oh, it was beautiful. Absolutely
That was
beautiful.
perfect.
We used to get emails all the time, Rich and I, because we'd interrupt her Clutter Clarity segment. People have gotten used to it over the years, but
Pretty much.
when it first started, it was like, shut up, let Robbie talk. It was, they were constantly on us.
We have a request that on our very last show that Rich sang along to Clutter Clarity.
Ooh.
I'd have to go get the words. I don't even know the lyrics.
Don't know that that's going to happen. So.
Anthony Tripp says the 3 presidents of Minari, Greater Chicagoland are all in one room. Keep up the great work.
Yep.
Maria.
Yep. Aaron
Hello
is
to you too, Maria.
Aaron is the current president.
Oh,
Very nice.
We didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Do you know, Andrew, off the top of your head, what our out time is?
Yeah, absolutely. 58:50.
58.
It'll be
9:58:50.
9:58:50.
58:50.
And then we're in at 06:01.
Okay, I need to get out at probably 55:50.
You need to leave.
Well, we'll be gone already. We'll be done.
Studio?
Yeah. 59.
You mean at 9:55:50 or
At 50.
9:58:55?
57:55 is when the outro music starts.
50. No, I need to be probably at 55.
You need to leave early. Is what
Like
you're
2
That's what
minutes.
you're really telling
Like
me.
9:55?
Yeah, I need to be somewhere at 10:15, and I just mapped it out and everything, and it's going to take me 15 minutes to get there, but I probably need 5 minutes leeway.
Right.
So, yeah. So I thought maybe we got out at 55.
Nope. Some shows do, but not this
Not
one.
us.
Nope.
All right. So at 55, probably.
I could.
All that happens is the
maybe.
wrap up anyway.
Right.
Well, then the post-production meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
But you never stick around for that anyway.
I've been sticking around because I haven't had anywhere to go. I stick around, and you know what happens?
What?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
I can see it down there.
Yeah, we talk about all kinds of stuff.
No, we don't.
Sure. Swamp buggy racing and
Nothing.
what motorcycle
Ooh, the
or
swamp
car.
buggy races was fun.
See? That's
Nothing.
Is show related? Probably not. But, we do talk about stuff.
Okay.
You can't say we don't talk. We don't just sit and stare at each other for 15 minutes.
Was that Homer Simpson
Which one?
who was crying?
Oh, who was crying?
No.
Andrew? I don't think that was him.
No,
Wait.
it wasn't actually. It was just a general sound effect that I pulled up. No identity is known.
Deanna, are you still listening? Because, Deanna, it's your
Still see your
birthday.
Happy birthday, Deanna.
Yep. I was going to mention that when it popped up, but you was in the middle of your segment, and I didn't want to interrupt the music.
Where is it?
Dun, 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 bum, 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 dun. How much time? Have we got
Yeah,
left?
how
Too
much time, Andrew?
3.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, thanks for the info.
Please leave the room.
You're welcome.
Please leave the room.
The movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Uh-huh.
Remember that scene where you're sitting at the dinner table? Steve Martin. He's like, "Excuse me, do you mind if I relieve myself?" And they're like, "No, go ahead." That was a bad movie. It's funny. Be a happy birthday, Deanna.
Yeah. Let's see, where is it? That one? Nope. That one? Nope. It is that one.
I'll come rushing over with my bag of
Whoa. What is that? Handy. Let's put that on pause and go back to this, see if this works now. Yeah, we don't got anything planned.
Welcome back to Mighty House, answering all your toughest home improvement questions.
Happy birthday to you.
There you go, Deanna.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
perfect. Are you there, Rich, or did you walk out?
I
too?
am.
Okay.
I'm confused. Facebook's doing some other stuff.
I can't see you. I'm looking at emails right now.
Oh.
Andrew's got his email file up on the screen. Oh, there you are. Now you're back.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh. Who's on the phone? Who's been holding for the past hour?
Tony. 60 seconds.
Who's Tony?
Huh?
At the Mike Novak Show, or write to us, mike@mikenovak.net, or also at thegreendivas.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, and on the Smart Talk Radio Network. Podcasts and blog posts are available every week at mikenovak.net. Sign up to get our newsletter on the homepage and support the sponsors who support us. Look for logos and specials at mikenovak.net.
Can you hear me?
2019 marked 20 years of Faith in Place, empowering people of all faiths to be leaders in caring for the earth. Not only that, right now is the 10th annual season of the Indoor Winter Farmers Market program. Enjoy fresh local food from November to April at indoor farmers markets hosted by 16 Chicagoland houses of worship on select Saturdays and Sundays. Faith in Place accepts Illinois Link Card SNAP benefits. For a market schedule and more info, go to faithinplace.org.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems. Home improvement problems, that is. Send an email now to robbie@mightyhouse.net or call into the show at 877-711-5611. From foundation leaks to roof repairs, the Mighty House team is on the job. You're listening to Mighty House.
I'm Ron Calgar. The Mighty House team is back with hour 3 of the show. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Mag Erad. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday. MightyHouse.net, TuneIn.com, and on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. Podcasts of all our shows available at MightyHouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on HomeImprovementUSA.com. Find links to all of them at MightyHouse.net. Video clips of the show are available at MightyHouse.net and in our Mighty House YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is at Mighty House. And you can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. Excellent. And if you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, do you still have that handy there, Rich?
I do.
Because when we were talking about it last hour, the lines filled up. So in case somebody wanted that, you can call in now.
Okay, so it's the Klein Tool Deluxe Black Canvas Tool Bag, 16-inch. It's the model number 510216SP. The BLK is just the color.
Yeah.
Actually, we should just... But anyway, it's a tool bag with 14 pockets, heavy-duty canvas, leather handles, rivet reinforced for durability, and I might add some punk styling.
Yes, yes.
So it's good.
Yeah, and if you want to sign up for that, we're going to give that away on the 21st. 877.
Can't wait till the end of the month this month.
Right. 877-711-5611. And give Trixie a call. She'll take your name down, put it in the Mr. Floor tote bag, and we will have that drawing on December 21st. And I could possibly get that in the mail to you right away. You might actually get it by Christmas if you wanted to try and give that away as a Christmas gift. Yeah. I'll take care of somebody's Christmas shopping. All you got to do is give Trixie a call. 877-711-5611. And there are a few lines open right now. Last hour when we talked about it, the lines filled up, and then so there may be more people trying to call.
Well, here's the other thing. I don't know. I didn't get to the black. I actually only have the canvas bag, natural color.
Right.
Online, $110.
Yes.
So this is not
cheap stuff.
Junk.
No. This is.
And most Klein tools are more expensive than anything else on the shelves.
Yeah.
But buy it for looks. Buy it for life.
That's right.
Oh wait, that's Moan.
Oh,
but it still works for them.
It does. It does. I mean, they're good quality products, and they last a long time. And just as long as you don't give your lineman's pliers or your strippers to the other guys to use, and then they cut live wires, and then they blow holes in the sides of them. So I just keep them for myself, and I keep a separate set of tools in my tool bag for when somebody asks me for a set of linemen's or a pair of strippers.
Yeah, I give them all the generic stuff.
Yeah, I give them. I say, here's the last ones you blew up. Here, you can use these again. And then they're complaining, well, these don't cut. I said, yes, exactly, because you were a bonehead and didn't know how to use them properly.
I'm actually on KleinConnection.com, which I don't know if that's actually a part of Klein Tools or just they got the rights to use the Klein name.
Okay.
But if you ordered a bag online, you can enter text here.
Yeah.
So they will personalize it. So it could say like DNR services right on the side of that natural can. It says 3 to 4 weeks though.
Yeah.
So you can't get in a hurry, but that'd be cool.
To have it personalized with your company logo or something on it.
Exactly.
Excellent. Could say Mighty House on there.
It should.
Exactly. So there you go. Yes, Robbie.
So I just wanted to mention this is our public service announcement of the day.
PSA?
PSA.
Public service announcement of the day.
PSA?
Which is, depending on where you are listening, there are a lot of car break-ins in the northwest side.
Really?
Yeah. And people have been catching it on their Nest or their, whatever. But
Nest cam, yep.
But it's not making a difference because just because you can see who does it doesn't mean you can catch the person.
Wait, we watch all these cop shows. They use facial recognition and they go knock on the guy's door. They get him in what? A couple of minutes.
Well, within an hour.
Yeah.
Show's over.
I got to say, I live in a neighborhood with a lot of police and the break-ins, they're just going up and down the street. And I don't know if they're just trying doors that are unlocked or what.
That's what they do down here. It's an ongoing problem. And, it scares the hell out of me is how many people are like, yeah, they got my watch, my purse, my wallet, and my handgun.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Like, you'd leave a handgun in an unlocked car?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So, again, I don't know if it's always cars that are unlocked, but it happens a lot. And don't leave your purse and your wallet in the car, please. But go ahead.
Don't go. I was just going to say, I get upset just... The boss sometimes she'll just she'll go into the store, come out, leave the $2 and change in the tray.
Uh-huh.
And do you know how much it's going to cost to fix that window when somebody breaks it to grab that $2? Do not leave cash out in the open.
Right. Yeah.
True. But what happened on yesterday was very, very interesting to me. So I was in the Bucktown area, and if you know Bucktown, it's kind of a trendy area. And there was a white pickup truck. I pulled up. White pickup truck was working like right across the street, on the street where I was going. And there's, 2 guys and one's on his cell phone. I'm like, is everything okay? It was obviously something was wrong. And he's like, my pickup just got broken into. In the back seat, I had my saw because they're contractors. And it was just taken. I'm like, when did this happen? He's like, just now.
Uh-huh.
This was 2:00 in the afternoon in a busy neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And they were on the garage roof when this happened.
Yep. We've had.
That's why you got to hire somebody to watch your truck.
We pull up a truck and leave it sit there, and if you leave anything in the bed, it's gone. They will walk up and take it out.
We're doing a job on State Street. We're in the house running trim, and we're standing at the bay window in the front of the house watching the guy break into our truck.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I don't understand
So then you just go out the door and
And you what?
Sometimes you approach them. It depends.
Nail gun. The pass load nail
I
gun.
wasn't going to go there on air. And then I did a bank at 26th and Kedzie, and I was getting the old marble from the teller line.
Uh-huh.
So I had pulled up right in front of the bank, right on 26. I put all the marble in the back of my truck. I walked in to say goodbye to the guys I was working with. I came out, and there goes the guy running down the street with my radio and some stuff. And and within 4 minutes, 5 minutes,
right.
It was like
They're gone.
unbelievable.
I just don't. The nerve, the gall, the
cojones.
Thank you.
Well, see, the thing that bothers me the
broad-
most is that if you go to the swap meets, on the weekends, you can go buy your tools back.
Yeah.
And the fact that people go to those particularly to buy cheap tools only perpetuates the deal.
Yeah.
So what you're supposed to do is engrave your driver's license number into your tools. That way, when the police find them, you are very easily tracked.
Oh, there you go. Should we just jump on the phone here real quick? Go ahead.
We got Tony from Barrington.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tony has been holding for a while. I apologize.
Hey, Tony, thanks for hanging on, buddy.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Okay. I have an issue. I'm doing a tear down out here in the northwest suburbs.
Okay.
And I had my rough plumbing inspection, and the plumbing inspector failed my plumber for putting a 3-inch drain in an exterior wall.
For a 3-inch drain? Yeah.
3-inch drain from the second floor and exterior wall.
Right.
We have a 28-foot free span house. That there's no interior bearing walls. It's all outside.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So he gets upset. The plumber gets upset, and he calls the state plumbing inspector. And the state plumbing inspector says that as long as it's encapsulated with spray foam, which I'm going to spray foam the entire house, which behind that pipe I'll have 2.5 inches.
Right.
And he says that the guy is kind of crazy for telling you that that's not going to be approved. So my question to the two experts, you guys, is what do you think about that situation?
So,
one other thing.
Yeah.
I called the building inspector and let him know that, and the building inspector says if your architect provides a letter, then we'll accept it.
Right.
And I don't know what the architect really has to do with it because he's not a
It's cover your ass is all they're doing. So, and you can say that, you don't have to bleep it. But that's all that is. We go through that all the time with stuff down here because of the wind. You know, our wind Miami-Dade code is so strict. We are constantly getting affidavits from guys saying that this door was installed per the NOAs, that blah blah blah. It's just these guys don't want to look at it, don't want to be responsible for it.
Right.
So by getting the letter from the architect, you're off the hook. I still don't understand what the problem is with a 3-inch drain going down a wall is.
Right. Well, let's hang on a second, Tony. We got a break to hit here. And on the other side of this break, we will finish up with the call. We'll be back right after this.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Attention all timeshare
Pull.
owners.
All right, there you go. Are you cold, Robbie? Really?
I think it's because my legs are open.
Exposed?
Exposed. Yes.
All right. Because the floor is cold. We know
64 degrees.
We know that because Aaron told us.
That's right, he did, didn't he?
Yep. And, of course, you're on the cold side.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a window behind that panel or two.
Ooh.
And it's just a single pane window.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but you put up the standard R7 insulation, didn't you?
Actually, it's got 2 inches of or 3 inches of rock wool in that panel. And then it's because we made that, it's a framed panel. We put rock wool in it and then covered it over. So,
gotcha.
2176.
You're not gonna. You're waiting for the emu thing, aren't you?
Well,
and then
no,
he's gonna blow the emu thing on us.
No, I just that's
always
the last 30 seconds of the break.
I know it's a stupid commercial.
16.
Yeah.
There was one Simeon recording, and it caught the blip of you. Oh my gosh! Come on.
Understand your needs and help you protect
20
your small
seconds.
business.
And we
Stop
wonder why
in
we can't
or
get
talk
any
with a local
advertising.
State Farm agent for small business insurance today.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-958-5306. 800-958-5306. That's 800-958-5306.
You've been with me through thick and thin and never once complained. Together in the sunshine
and the rain. And when the world falls on my shoulder, you always pick me up.
Yep.
You're more than just my sweetheart. You're my best friend. You're my truck. Well, it's not that I don't love my wife. I love my children too. But they're not as dependable as you. And as long as you are with me, I'll never have to walk. But what I love most about you is the fact that you don't talk.
We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday at mightyhouse.net, tunein.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. You can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline like Tony did, 877-711-5611. And you'll have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com.
.com.
All right, there you go. All right, let's. You got Tony back up there? All right. Hey, Tony.
I'm still here.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
One other point I want to bring up is as soon as I spray that spray foam on that exterior wall, doesn't the space for this drainage pipe become heated?
Well, yeah, if you're
No, but it's air sealed against outside. But
yeah, and
the thing is, it's a
sealed.
drain. It's a drain.
It's a drain. It has no water in it.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, if you was polar vortex for days and days and you had water running through that drain constantly, it could build up like a wet ice machine.
Right.
But
like a gutter.
highly unlikely.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Tony, here's where I wanted to go. What is the type of insulation that you're doing? Are you putting in
Says
closed
spray
cell foam or open cell?
Closed cell. I'm doing closed cell.
Okay.
And behind that pipe, it'll be 2.5 inches of closed cell, which is going to be about 17, 18, just behind the pipe, not even
Right.
when it's the whole base
And-
encapsulated.
Right.
Right.
So your standard wall is going to have an R15, if we were just doing a 2x4 wall. So you're actually having more.
This is 2x6 wall.
Right. So
This is
you're actually
2x6.
going to have more insulation behind that with the closed cell foam than you would in a standard construction. So that's the point that's where I was going. Is that you're
That's exactly my point as well.
right. So
Yeah, you have problems with inspectors. I mean, he's just doing his job, trying to make sure it's not going to freeze up, and you're not going to be mad because then, it'd be a pretty nasty repair to change that pipe in the future.
right.
And then you don't want to hear, well, the inspector passed it. It should never happen. And then the city gets sued. And that's a lot of the problem you run into now.
So does he understand that there's closed cell foam going back there, and you explained that to him?
I explained that to him, and then we got out the plumbing code, and in the plumbing code it says that it should be protected from freezing.
Right.
That's all it says. It's kind of vague.
And he still wouldn't let
And
it
that's
fly.
why he wants a letter from the architect.
Yeah, just have your architect write it up and and you dance the dance. They make you do
Exactly. Dance the dance.
We have to do goofy things all the time to appease somebody in some back office somewhere. So I'm sure you go through this.
I just wanted you guys kind of back me up here and see what you guys are both in the trades as well, and I just wanted to know what you guys thought about it.
We are firmly behind you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Tony. All right, bye.
Man, the light's reflecting off the desk. Now it looks like a creepy movie thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you got to close those blinds. It's too sunny down there.
Tough problem to have.
Yeah.
I was just reading an article about spray foam, and it was kind of odd, so maybe you could...
Oh, that's why she opened that.
He's talking out loud. Go ahead.
Okay,
He's thinking
give some
out loud.
insight into it. It said, if you're in a garage, and you live in the climates like we do, and snow drips off your car into your garage, and sometimes it floods in ways that you don't want it to. It heads towards different directions of your garage. It says put a barrier of the spray foam down on your garage floor to kind of dam the water to where you want it to go. It says
send the dam water where you want it to?
Exactly.
Okay.
So the article said that you could roll over the dam, and then in the summer when you don't want it anymore, you could just scrape it off.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Hire a different concrete guy.
I don't. That seems crazy to me because all you got to do is hose the thing out. Every once in a while.
No, but what they're saying though is that you got your storage. All your boxes are over there sitting against this wall, but your floor is not pitched out the overhead door like it should have been.
Got it.
So the water's dripping off the car and running over to your boxes. So he's saying put a strip of foam there to keep the water from going to the boxes.
Yeah, I would protect the boxes. Then you could do that.
Or whatever it is that you need to keep the water away from.
Right.
So would that work? What do you think about it?
Or you just get some pallets and put everything up on pallets so you don't have to worry about it. Get it up off the floor. So
or you get somebody come out there and saw cut the troughs and.
Right.
But would it be neat, not like cool neat, but would it keep things neater in your garage? Keep them cleaner?
I wouldn't want to see it because you're not going to lay down a nice even bead of that spray foam.
Yeah, it looked like crap.
Exactly. It's not going to look nice at all. And then it's going to collect dirt. You're going to step on it, trip over it, and knock pieces of it out. It's just, I would rather see, put some shelves in, put it up on shelves, get it up off the floor, put it on pallets, and that's the safer, better way to do it. Because even if you put this goofy foam thing down and it's all uneven and it doesn't really look that good, you might have a spot where you missed a little bit or that the foam didn't adhere to the floor correctly, and it can run underneath there and still be able to get into it. So if you've got it up off the floor 4 inches, then you're fine. I would rather see that happen than have foam sprayed on the floor.
And I think that you might want to just mention what you announced at the beginning of the year, of the show.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about it. And
in a little while.
Right. People tune in later. And
okay. We are, as of December 21st, no longer going to be doing a live 3-hour show. We are shutting down the radio show as you would know it today, and we are going to be starting a little 1-hour podcast that we're just going to do out of our office and try and make things a little bit more simple. It has advertising and radio. It has been really hard to get. It's making it difficult to do the show. We are investing a lot of money into this to try and keep it running. And it takes a lot of time and effort to put this all together. And we're all really busy, and we just have other things we want to go do now. So we've been doing it. We're going to be one show short of 700 shows.
That's amazing.
So we've done this 700 times, and so it's time to go do something else. So that's
and it's not just giving up on the radio show. It's the media has changed.
Yep.
Society's changed to an more on demand. So we're getting away from being in your car to being wherever you want us to be by just simply going to our YouTube channel and getting the shows on demand or receiving links through our newsletter every week, and you'll still be able to get us by email and all that. So it's just the Saturday morning thing that is changing. We're changing media.
Right, and we're going to be able, if we're doing the show during the week, then when we send out the newsletter, it's actually going to have the topics that we talked about on, so that can go out and that can be part of it. So then you'll know what we'll be touching on and the things we're going to be going over. So it's a change that was not an easy decision to make, but we're not doing it because the station's kicking us off. We're not doing it because we hate each other and don't want to work together anymore. It has nothing to do with that. It boils down to the amount of time it takes and the amount of money it takes to put this together. And, it's just...
and to that note, I mean, like CPT and CGO, the two stations have been really good over the last few years.
Yeah.
And, when we jumped on to CPT here, or I'm sorry, CGO, we really thought there was an opportunity with the Gab Radio Network for satellite feeds for growing the show into other markets. Well, we've been fortunate to get picked up in a few other markets in Vegas, Missouri, and so
Arizona,
on.
yeah.
But it's not paying the bills. So.
No, it's not expanding fast enough, and we're right in the middle of the road where you can't. National sponsors, we don't have enough other
stations
for national sponsors to be interested, and the local people around here aren't interested in being in all those other areas. So, and locally, all the small contractors that would normally support us, they're already too busy, so they don't want to spend money on advertising. So, that's the other side of it. It's become a really tough thing to do, and like I said,
it was like 3 years ago. You and I had the discussion about giving it another year.
Right. Exactly.
And then we see a little glimmer of hope. And,
right.
But I think we're both at a point now where I don't know if we're just fooling ourselves. So love doing it.
Yeah.
Love the listeners. Love the questions. Like helping the people. So we're not stopping any of that.
Right.
So
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, Andrew. Wait, you want to go to line 2? Or we got 2 minutes?
2 minutes left.
Okay.
And the post and the video, the original announcement is on Facebook. It's the first post that you will see.
Okay.
I haven't posted anything else, so people can go there and look at it.
Okay. Excellent. So that's what we're doing.
And we may be back here for an hour.
Yeah, this station may run, CGO may run the 1 hour podcast that we're putting together, and so we'll see.
Otherwise, how can we get the podcast?
Just go to mightyhouse.net. That's all you have to do, and you'll click on the on-demand page.
Right.
And
that'll take you right to YouTube, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it will let you know when we post or do a new show.
Right.
So again, it's just the way the media is changing. Instead of sitting at your computer listening to us, if you're on Facebook or whatever, you'll be able on your TV just tell Alexa go to YouTube to Mighty House Radio Show.
Yep.
And you can watch the show on your TV.
Yep.
So we want to change backgrounds. You know what I mean? We want to be able to work with the tools and show people, not just tell them stuff, but techniques.
Right.
And we can't do TV shows because, well, we're way too old.
Yeah. And, the other side of it is with the amount of money we're putting into this right now, we can go out and shoot other videos. We can go do some other stuff and get into some interesting topics that we can't do with the conventional radio show. So,
right.
Going to builder shows and stuff like that and doing live interviews or shooting segments. Be a lot of good fun that we could do stuff like that. So,
yep.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with more right after this. You are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Bull. So did you see the Ohio State game, Rich? Or at least see the score?
What's that, sir?
Did you see the score for the Ohio State, Michigan?
I don't remember what it was. They're playing Wisconsin tonight, right, for the championship?
Yeah.
I won't see that. I have our corporate holiday party, but I did see part of the Michigan game. What the heck was it? What was the final?
I don't know. It was a blowout. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. It was. Well,
I was in the office working, and then by the time I realized the game was on, it was too late. It was done. I was like,
you should come down here sometime during football season. There is such a huge Ohio State presence here that.
Really?
I mean, it's funny. Yeah. No, I think they've definitely got the most. The most what do you want to say, complete team all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're never usually ranked number 1, but I think they are right now. So.
No, they are, and they look it.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to see Alabama dropping down because the Alabama gets all this attention, and it's like, are you kidding? Clemson's there, and
yeah.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out. No matter what I did, they never went away.
But all my nieces and nephews, they all go to UGA, so they all Bulldogs,
really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI,
is Trixie just having her own conversation back there, or is that somebody that wants to go on the air?
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea,
What's that?
gas, bloating.
Oh, we do
stomach
have some.
pain,
Okay.
Unexplained weight loss and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable. But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor.
With job was going smoothly. 2 more days and we'd be done. We came in right on budget, man, this job was so much fun. But I knew the fun was over when the client said, hey son, my wife and I've been talking, there's some changes we need done. That's just what we asked for, but my wife thinks we need two. So cut another hole in the counter, boy, should be an easy thing to do. I know we asked for stainless, but we prefer that it be white. The oven's on the left, now could you put it on the right? Why can't you make up your mind? We did everything you said, you've got to make up your mind. I can't read what's in your head, well I'm running out of patience. I'm running out of time, and you're running out of money, cause you can't make up your mind. Blue pastels, oyster shells, pink and Kelly green.
These just aren't the colors I saw in the magazine.
What's wrong? It took so long, seems like that to me.
Can't you do it in a week
like Ty does on TV?
Podcast of all our shows available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Mag Erad. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. And if somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, how can they do that?
Well, I suggest you go sign up for the newsletter. It's the only way you're going to be able to follow us in the future. So go to mightyhouse.net, go to the Contact Us page, enter your first and last name, your email address, and then scroll on down and click on Boom Done.
Boom Done, just like that.
And that way you'll be able to stay in touch with us going forward.
Yes, that's right. And you can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. All right, where do you want to go first there, Andrew?
We will go to line 2.
Line 2.
Steve from Buffalo Grove.
Steve from Buffalo Grove. Hey, Steve, you're on Mighty House. Thanks for hanging on.
You're welcome. Quick question for you guys. A few years back, you did an interview with an insurance adjuster. I think, if you had disputes with your, something. Mm-hmm. And I was I ran into a situation with a family member, and they were having issue, and I was just wondering what's his name? Do you remember, or where can I find it?
Oh yeah, no, I still work with Bill all the time. He's a great guy. He can help you out and get you pointed in the right direction. And as soon as my phone catches up, I will be able to tell you what Bill. It's Bill Fisher.
Okay.
And hang on a second. I'm searching. Hey, Andrew, do we have any searching music?
Yes. Something that goes around in circles.
All right, and it's Atlantic Public Adjusting. And
Atlantic Public Adjusting, okay.
Yep, and his phone number is 815 919 7479.
7479. And what does he exactly do now again?
Represents you and fights for more money against the insurance company, and then takes a percentage, but it's usually better. You're going to end up with a far better settlement from the insurance company.
Right. So, and here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so let's say your friends have already gotten a quote from the insurance company, and now there's a problem. And you're like, well, I can't actually do that for this. So what Bill does, he comes in, and he's going to take 10% of whatever the difference is that he gets you. So if they are only offering you $5,000, and Bill comes in and works it out, and you're getting $10,000, you're only paying that 10% on the
$500.
Yeah, on the additional amount that he got you, not the entire amount. So honestly,
so it'd be $500 rather than
right.
Okay.
Yeah, but the big thing is he speaks the lingo. He knows who to call, what change to pool. You know what I mean? It's like everything. I mean, that's why we use permitting services.
He's having a dispute over replacing a roof. They say it's not bad enough to replace, and they don't want to give him money, and so he's going back. I don't know if he can help with that.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's just give him a call, and you
call him.
Yep. Give Bill a call. He'll get you squared away. Like if you have a fire or something like that, the bigger the claim, the more you need a public adjuster.
Yeah. Because I've seen like fire damage where
he's already got working with another guy that's a public adjuster.
Okay.
Or starting to work with it, and we went out to dinner last night, and he mentioned it, and I said, hey, I heard, I remember the conversation from whenever.
Yep.
So, all right, I thank you for your time. Have a great holiday.
All right, you too, sir.
You too. Thank you
for
for
luck
calling.
with the new venture.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks. So I got to jump on this because Kathleen's gone back and forth a couple of times. So she's got LED bulb that like flashes, right?
Okay.
Flickers.
Yep.
So they think it's the dim or whatever. She's been going to a LED bulb store, and they say their bulbs won't flicker like that. But most LEDs won't flicker if you've got the right dimmer.
Correct.
So I don't know that she's got a bad bulb or dimmer, and the guy at the store is just trying to sell her bulbs.
Right. Well, some are not dimmable. So if they're not dimmable, then they will flicker and you'll have problems. And if you have different wattages in the same
in your
circuit,
cottage.
Yes, but they're all different wattages in your cottage. Then when you try to dim them, some will be on and off, some will flicker. I mean, so they all have to.
So they need to be matched.
Yes.
Like do them all at the same time, kind of.
Right. Right. And the dimmer is also important. And the way to do this is pull that switch out, pull that dimmer out, and just wire nut those two wires together, turn the breaker back on. If the lights come on and they work solid, then you know that it's that dimmer that's the problem. So
got that, Kathleen? I hope that helps.
Yes.
That's why we went to the electrician.
Yeah. So, all right, where do you want to go now, Andrew?
Give me a second. Hang on.
Okay. All right. Trixie's actually got a bunch of calls going here. So 877-711-5611. Give Trixie a call. And you can sign up for the
Everybody
Klein
wants
tool.
the deluxe canvas tool bag from Klein Tools. The 5102-16SP.
BLK.
Heavy duty bag.
Yes. And it's the black version of it. It's
as seen here.
As seen there, yes. On the YouTubes and the
a $110 retail value.
Wow.
So that's one of those things where like every guy in the trades would walk through a store and see that and go, "Oh, I want one of those." And then they'd see the price and they go, "I don't know if I can afford that."
Yeah.
And the worst thing is then you go over to the tool aisle and you go buy one of those generic made in China ones.
Yes, for $40.
That lasts like a year.
Yeah.
And like if you'd bought in 3 years, you will have spent as much as it would have been to buy a quality product and do it once and keep it for years and years and years.
Yeah. Are we good for line 3?
We are good for line 3.
What do you got?
Larry, he's listening in Tennessee.
All right. Larry from Tennessee. Tennessee.
Man, I'm out of focus.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Yeah. Okay, I'm calling. I called about a couple 3 weeks ago about putting a new roof on a 3-flat out in California.
Okay.
And anyway, we got 3 quotes. But anyway, my question was on the ice and water
Peel
sealer.
sticker, ice and water. Yeah.
Does that just go around the perimeter?
Generally, yes. But like in Florida, Rich puts it over the entire roof. And
that's called our secondary. Yeah, it's hurricane.
Yeah.
Right.
So we don't have hurricanes either.
Right. We would do all the gutter lines.
Anyway.
Do you have
it's around
freezing
the perimeter, and then in the it's a dog leg, so in the valley there.
Correct.
You put it in there too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Fine. I wasn't quite sure. All the quotes are going to. Only one had mentioned that they were going to put an ice sealer on.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the one you want to use
Ice
then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, they weren't doing much else. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then I would request it from the other contractors. Make sure or maybe they just didn't. They're including it and didn't say anything. So make sure you got it. It should be all along all gutter lines and then up the valleys. Yeah, where should two pitches of roof come together?
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
And then okay, hold on.
Yep.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hanging on. We're only live on the air. That's okay, Larry. Go ahead. What's the boss telling you in the background? The boss is talking to him.
Beat.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we're going to replace the air conditioners. Well, actually, they're swamp coolers.
Okay.
Should we replace those before we put the roof on or afterwards?
Are they?
Those are typically bracket mounted right on the roof.
Yeah, they're on the
so
roof.
no, I would re-roof the whole thing, and then you actually put the brackets through the new roofing, but they will siliconize or put rubber down through there they'll mount, and that'll seal that.
And then put your new swamp coolers in.
Yeah, you don't want to go around that with the roofing.
Well, we're not putting swamp coolers. We're getting regular air conditioners.
Good, good. Okay, and then look at your SEER rating.
That's it.
And we'll be good. All right. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you.
Okay. You got time for one more? Okay. All right. We're good. So the other thing, one of the emails we got this week was on AC units from somebody out in California asking what size air conditioning should I get and what's the best manufacturer? What's the best manufacturer, Rich?
None of them. They're all made by a couple of companies.
So what are you looking for, Rich?
They just warranty from the company.
And the installer.
Energy savings? The installer. Yes, true story.
That's more important. So look who's installing the product more than what the product is and the warranty is. So that makes more, has more factors to it than anything. Where you got? Where you want to go?
Jeff from Nachi.
Oh, Jeff. Where is he? There he is. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, bud. Thanks for hanging on.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
See, Jeff acknowledges you, Robbie.
Thank you.
So, Robbie, I have a friend of the family that brings their stuff over.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
We immediately take it over to the unique gift store and throw it there.
Good.
Have that happen.
Straight to Goodwill?
I do. It's like Goodwill, but I do believe we've already seen something come through twice. I can't verify that, but I feel like we have.
That's hysterical.
But so they don't ask about it again once they drop it at your house?
He won't ask me about it again because I've told him to quit bringing it over. So
okay.
It doesn't matter, you know.
Right.
I put my foot down. He keeps bringing it, and I keep taking it. You know. So,
there you go.
So listen, it's been a good run with you guys. Thanks a lot for all the things you've done.
Yeah, no,
So,
and we're gonna
assist with the podcast. Let me know.
Yep. We're gonna get
Thank
you involved too. So
thank you so much.
I appreciate it. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Are you thinking of selling your house? Well, the law office of Charles Siragusa
Paul, is Jeff still there, or do you hang up? All right. I'll have to give him a call.
For all the legal work to sell your home, Chuck will save you hundreds of dollars in legal fees for your closing and ensure that
Because I think getting Bob in there would be a riot, and George.
Call the law office.
It'd be a riot to get them in there.
773-758-1449. That's
Be a lot of fun.
773-758-1449.
Because those guys are so geeky. Are you on, Rich, or not?
This is Bart Short.
I was.
Yeah, there you go.
Streaming radio app from
to have Bob
Internet
or
FM. It features
George do
24
one,
online radio
it'd be a
stations playing nothing but
total
rock and roll.
geek fest.
No annoying pop-up
Be
ads,
hilarious.
little or no commercial breaks, and best of all, no sign-up required. Simply download Internet FM from the Apple Store or Google Play, and it's ready to go. Just pick your favorite station and assign it to any of the 18 programmable buttons. That's the new Internet FM app on Apple or Google Play. Download it today.
Today.
Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own
Oh,
Farm Girl
Aaron
Flowers
didn't
in
bring
San
us in some
Francisco.
more floor
With my
cleaner.
Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back
We're
on
short
all
one.
my business purchases.
I
Last
know,
year, I redeemed
'cause Mike.
$115,000
'Cause Mike.
in cash
Mike
back.
took it, yeah, but-
Yeah, $115,000.
I thought Aaron was gonna
And
bring
that
us in a new
doubled
one.
Our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real
Show's
Capital One
over, you know
customers pay for
that.
Real stories. Credit approval required.
Doesn't it seem like things are always getting more expensive? Groceries, the rent, even utilities. Cost of living is up, but Allstate can help lower your cost of driving. With new lower auto rates in Illinois, you get the same high-quality coverage and hands-on expertise from a local Allstate agent. Now with new lower rates, you're in good hands with Allstate.
If you haven't quoted Allstate lately, it's the perfect time. Get a quote today.
are still hanging, the sheetrock's still bare. And I know that someday there'll be a bathroom right there. The only time it looks finished is when I turn out the light. I'm missing my remodeler tonight. Well, I can't shave or shower 'cause the water don't run. And taking baths with a wet wipe just ain't that much fun. My friends all avoid me 'cause I smell pretty ripe. I'm missing my remodeler tonight. Have you forgotten the plans we once made? We were the closest of friends. And have you forgotten the draws that I paid? That was 3 weeks ago, and I ain't seen you since then. I know it was wrong when my wife cussed you out. Most times she don't know what she's talking about. I'll divorce her tomorrow if it helps make things right. I'm missing my remodeler tonight.
Hey, Andrew, is Rich on?
I miss waking
Is Andrew on? Andrew, you there?
Yeah. What's
okay.
up?
Is Rich there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you mean on the screen?
Yeah, he was waving, so I didn't know what it was about.
I'm waving because we're trying to get my camera to refocus.
Oh.
I'm fuzzy.
Got it. And we're just singing
I don't know
along
why
here.
I'm fuzzy.
You know, somebody posted, I don't know if it was the online or which thing, but they said, where am I going to get all these great songs that I'm used to listening to?
You can get them
He's
at
gonna-
mightyhouse.net. They're posted up there.
He's going to miss all the songs.
Yeah. Well, they're on our YouTube page too, I think. So there's another thing we need to do, Rich. We need to
What's
do
that,
the
sir?
videos for all of these songs. We need to do the companion video with them.
Well, yeah, you could do a music video.
Yes, do a music
And you could
video.
be, like,
Yes.
mouthing the words.
Yes.
And, like, Rich could be playing
I mean,
guitar.
like,
It'll be sick.
well, I would have to mouth the words.
Oh my
What do you think?
gosh.
I love my pickup truck. We got shots of Rich driving his pickup truck, me driving my pickup truck.
You want to make collages.
Yeah. And
Oh
what do you think?
my
What do you think?
gosh.
Beautiful
I'm
idea?
in. I'm so in.
Brilliant.
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 Plus, I've been waiting so long to do my taste testing.
I know, but you know what I don't want?
Taste test.
Yeah, no. She wants to bring garbage in and then make me eat it and thinks
No.
that's funny.
No. I was saying,
You
like,
mean the out of date food
Yes.
items?
no, the things like Aldi. People are saying Aldi. I talked about this before, like Aldi Ritz crackers versus regular Ritz crackers.
Oh,
And
a
you
blind
know,
taste test.
a blind taste. That's what I want to do. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and now I'm going to do it. And it could be called the Mighty House Edition.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If you don't want it to be, I know, the Mighty as part of Mighty House. And then we get people, you know, so we get you, and then we get like a 20-something and then a child. And because a lot of people say that they fake kids out, but they'll take Frosted Flakes, they'll put like all these Frosted Flakes in the box and see if people notice. So I want to take 3 different age groups and have them test it and see if anybody could tell the difference or find that an Aldi product is better because they're so much less expensive. So that's the first thing I want to do. I've been waiting and waiting and
So you
waiting.
can get your cart deposit back.
And I'm going to leave until I get my way. Goodbye.
That's
Have
it?
a nice weekend, everybody. I need to get my way.
That's right. You got to go.
She's just leaving. She told us she was leaving early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rich.
Have a nice weekend, Robbie.
Rich. See you later.
I know.
Smell
It's
you
just
later. Isn't that what
Spoil
you?
my
That's
fun.
that's normally what you say, isn't it?
Smell you later.
Yeah, that's what she normally says. Continue. All right.
If you need something to talk about,
Yeah.
I brought another article in.
Oh no, don't worry. Rich and I have plenty of things to talk
Because
about.
the color now is orange.
Orange is now in. Orange is now the color. Okay.
Okay.
That's what she says. Goodbye.
Talk amongst yourselves.
So did you see that you can get a Frank Lloyd Wright house for free? You just have to be able to move it off the property. Somebody bought a Frank Lloyd Wright house and they are tearing it down in Glencoe.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, see,
And
it's always that mixed feeling. He was kind of a special architect, but his houses were maintenance nightmares.
Yes, and this is the first of that design of the maintenance nightmares.
Oh, the prairie style?
Yes.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. I would not buy that house unless it came with all the original furnishings.
Yeah, you don't have to buy it. They'll give it to you.
No, but you would need the original furnishings in order to restore a Frank Lloyd Wright house because he designed all the furniture to be in particular places.
I see.
Oh, yeah. And the story goes that if Frank Lloyd Wright came over to your house, say a year after you finished it, he would actually walk through there. If you had moved the chair, he'll put it back where he designed it. Like he was that goofy of a guy.
Wow. Your screen now says technical difficulties.
That's good because I'm fuzzy. Unless it's just my eyesight, but I really didn't go out last night.
You're looking fuzzy. You are looking.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was trying to wake up the camera, but I don't know how to do that. I mean, do you just shake it?
At first, it was pretty cool because, like, the microphone was in focus. It was, like, really dramatic. And then he was in the background.
Right.
Now everything's blurry.
Yeah. Now, there you go.
Yeah, you just beat the hell out of it like everything else in this world. It's the bigger hammer theory.
Yes.
How come this isn't working? I don't know. Whack it.
Right. Oh, that 5-pound sledge didn't work. Get the 10-pounder out.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
It's called planned obsolescence.
All right. So the Frank Lloyd Wright thing, we've worked on several of them, and I think they're really cool. The problem is 7-foot ceilings. They really feel like small. I don't know why. It doesn't. When you walk through it, you're in a Frank Lloyd Wright house, but just the dimensions and the scale of everything really seems off. So I don't know if in the late 1800s people were a lot shorter or what it was.
No, it had to do with heating. So you didn't have very efficient HVAC systems, so you kept the ceilings low because the heat would rise, right? So you want to keep the heat near you.
Got it.
So when you're in England, it was all the same thing, that nothing more than 7-foot ceilings, very few windows.
Yeah.
And Catherine says he was short.
Okay, good.
And Lisa said I had the Barbara Wawa focused lens.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. So Frank Lloyd Wright built his home scaled for him.
Apparently.
That's them. Okay, there you go. That's what it is.
But again, I don't know. You said that was in Glencoe, but I know Oak Park is tons of them in Oak Park.
Yes, correct.
The Oak Park Library was designed by him as well, if I remember correctly.
Yep, I would have to agree with you. I do remember that. All right. If somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, and find out where the show is going to be after the 21st of December, how could they do that?
Oh, go to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page. Just fill in your first and last name, your email address, and click on Boom Done.
All right. And you can follow us on Facebook and by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. Our Twitter handle is @MightyHouse. And the conversation continues all week long on Facebook and Twitter. All you got to do is post a comment, and we'll get back to you. You can also send us an email at rich@mightyhouse.net, and he'll get right to it. If you want to find any of the sponsors of the show, just go to mightyhouse.net, click on the Mighty House team page. Next week, we're going to talk with Allison Case from Integral Rehab. She's going to be in to chat with us for a little bit. We'll also have another Mighty House tip of the week and Clutter Clarity. In between that, we'll be taking our calls. Your calls, anyway.
Somebody's calls.
Yes. Thanks to Mr.'s Floor for stopping in and showing us their tools. That was a lot of fun. And thanks to everybody that called in today. And thanks for stopping in and spending a little time with us. It was great talking to you.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, it is. For Trixie, Andrew, Rich Calgill, and Robbie Earhart, and the entire Mighty House team, I'm Ron Calgill. Keep it square and level.
Until next Saturday.
Man, we did it like right in unison perfectly without Robbie. I don't know what happened there.
699 shows.
That's all it took. That's all it took.
If you have any questions during the week, you can always post them on Facebook and Twitter. Join us next Saturday for more home infotainment. Mighty House is a square and level media production.
Mighty House.